Clippers, Kings, and Angels.
To our Angels Live pregame, which is presented by Spectrum and right here on FanDuel Sports Network. It's going to be a beautiful sunset tonight. I can tell you that's a promise. Angels taking on the KC Royals from the Big A. Game 2 of 3 as the Royals won Game 1. 8-4 was the final. But we did see some homers last night. Joe Adell, these are career years for Joe and Taylor. And also for Bryce Teodosio to hit his first career home run. That was certainly exciting. We'll break down Nolan Schanuel. Wow. Finishing strong, how important that is. There's Teo going yard. Erica's going to join us about Bryce doing it at home, and that's a nice conversation coming up. It is Mark Gubicza and Tim Salmon. I'm Patrick O'Neill. I had a tough day coming in. I got a moving violation on the 91. A CHP officer, O'Toole, pulled me. O'Toole, the apostrophe. You think that for sure you're going to get off on that? No love. And so I was disappointed.
Did you say you were friends with Tim Salmon?
Yes, I did. I used everything, and he couldn't hear me because he had his helmet on. Then I saw Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and Goofy doing a thing with Mike Trout and Zach Neto, and I felt better.
Yeah, and so you're in your happy place
yes,
then, right?
Yes, so that's okay, but in case anybody's listening from the CHP, let's pull some strings. There, I got that off.
That's good, Patrick.
It was a longer story upstairs. You glad you got the short version?
Yes.
Tim? What do you think about these years that we're getting from Taylor Ward and Joe Adell? Career years, if we could mix in some other guys doing some stuff, might be special next year.
Yeah, I mean, you go into it, with a guy like Mike Trout Rendon at the start of the season, or, maybe going into offseason, like, hey, you got to have Taylor Ward and Joe Adell, kind of find their groove. They did. Taylor Ward, to me, the consistency this year has just been amazing. And, of course, Joe Adell, just the mental approach that he's had. He's really matured at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, they both have been unreal. The power they have shown and what they've been able to do on a consistent basis. They'll go through a little bit of rut here and there, and then they get the way at it, and they hit the ball extremely hard. I love to see Joe Adell get that 100 RBIs. That would be awesome to be able to see that. But, Taylor Ward just continues. That home run, and when he hits the ball to right center field, staying on it, that's always fun to see.
All right, well, it's some great numbers, and these are career years for two guys in the corner outfield position. I think for Joe, he got more comfortable when he got to right field. For Taylor Ward, it has been a consistent offensive year. Surely you're going to want to cut down on some of the strikeouts, but you look at on the left, this is this season. On the right, previous career highs, doesn't matter the year. Gooby, impressive season.
Very, very impressive, too. And, I mean, he stayed the course with his swing path all season long, putting up those numbers. 35 home runs, 102. When you think about it, his career high was 75. He has 102 this season. Arguably one of the best left fielders right now as far as offensive numbers in the game of baseball, and that's great to see that.
Yeah, and then Joe Adell, on the other hand, I remember last winter talking about he worked with Chili Davis. I mean, one of the great all-times. You want to get your head fixed? You want to know how to play this game between the ears? That's what Joe needed. He has all the mechanical tools, the physicality, all that kind of stuff. The difference for him has been what's in between the ears. I mean, the fact that he goes up there and thinks like a hitter, he thinks like what the pitcher's trying to do. He's trying to, judge the situation and kind of anticipate what's coming. He's hit more off-speed pitches with 2 strikes in late situations than he did in his whole career, and that's because he has a better approach, and a lot of that stems from the work he put in the winter, just kind of understanding how to play the game like a major leaguer.
And guys, real quick on these two guys, for them to finish strong, we'll get to Nolan in a second, how important is that to play a full season?
I think it's huge. I mean, you always heard Wash talking about the baseball card, having a full season on the baseball card, the numbers on the baseball card. I can tell you, looking at my baseball card over the years, there's a few years that I didn't finish because I had injuries. Those still pain me because I was having good years.
Right.
It's important. It's important now, and it's important at the end of the day. You want to be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I finished what I started.
And it's also, for me, when you see hitters finish strong like that, that means on the pitching side, they're still hitting the ball, and it's supposed to be a tough time when the bat gets a little bit heavier. If they're still hitting the ball hard, putting up offense, they will be okay when and if this team gets to the postseason, when you play those real meaningful games, when you get that energy in the month of October.
And I was speaking to Nolan Schanuel about this earlier today. I congratulated him on a good season. I asked him, does he think he could hit 300 in this league? He believes he can, but also he said, listen, I played 6 weeks. I was injured. It was painful, and that's part of the game, right, guys? I mean, but if Nolan, I think he can get to be a 300 hitter in this league.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, the baseball off his bat, each year you think about it, the exit velocity has increased. He's had 19 baseballs hit this season of 103+ miles per hour exit velocity. He had 6 total in his first year and a half in the big league. So that tells you what he's doing. He's getting better. He's a strong kid. He's still filling out and getting stronger. He's really improved a ton defensively, but you see how that baseball's jumping off his bat. And with that, when you get that little bit more of a launch angle, you get some backspin on the baseball, you're going to see the home run total going up there.
You know, I think about it from the standpoint of back in the day, guys like him had 3 years to mature in the minor leagues. You know, you hit 8 home runs your first year, maybe hit 20 the next, and by the time you're knocking on the big league doors, you know, you're reaching close to 30. This is where he's at in his development. The fact that you can see the exit velocity there, he's starting to hit the ball out in front a little bit. That's just a maturation process. That's understanding the league, understanding pitchers at this high level, what they're trying to do to you, knowing when to take a little bit of a guess and a gamble and, you know, maybe extend the bat a little bit. All that usually happens for guys in the minor leagues. He came up so quick, he's learning on the fly up here.
He had 3 balls robbed from him that would have been home runs. And the difference between a 250 hitter and a 300 hitter, it's 1 hit a week.
Yeah.
You get
it's
one
so
extra,
simple.
and he certainly thinks about the ones that he's been taken away and could have fallen, but he's a good one, and he's here to stay. Let's bring in Erica Weston right now. Bryce Teodosio, he wants to stick around. The offensive numbers for Teo had his first home run last night. Better at home than on the road, so we're not surprised he went yard here at the Big A last night.
Not at all, Patio. In fact, if you go back to the last home game before the Angels went on their last road trip of the season, he led off that 8th inning with a triple, ended up scoring the go-ahead run in that game to give the Angels the series victory against the Twins. Could have very well been his first career home run. In fact, in the interview afterwards, he joked, hey, maybe I just need to hit the weight room a little bit more. I don't know if he did that while we were on the road, but yes, 10 extra base hits here at home with an OPS over 800. So the numbers here at home suggest he is much better or more comfortable for whatever reason. Some guys feel more comfortable on the road, but for Bryce Teodosio, it happens to be here at home, and it all turned into his first career home run last night. And the Angels are trying to get more production as they look towards the end of the season. Individual milestones, accolades, improvement, and that's exactly what we saw in that inning with Christian. More base hit and Teo's first career home run, a 2-run home run, and here's what he had to say about it before today's game.
Felt great. To be honest with you, like, I was hoping that I would hit one right before the end of the season, and so glory to God. Just very happy that I was able to. I hate that we didn't win, but been putting in a lot of work in the cage, so it was nice to see it finally show up.
What was the work that you were doing that reflected what you saw last night?
Really and truly, like, I've been doing like a lot of visualizations and stuff, which has helped me tremendously. And then with J-Wash, been doing a lot of different drills that have helped my bat path. And we've been grinding every single day, so just trying to stay consistent with that, and it definitely showed up there in the game, so I was very, very happy about it.
Well, the last game before we went on the last road trip, you had the almost inside the park home run, and you had the one go off the wall. You saw that it was, you know, probably coming. Did you think maybe when we got back home it might click?
I definitely was optimistic. Like I said, like, I was really, really hoping and praying that I'd be able to hit one before the end of the season, and had some tough luck with the other ones, but you know, I'll take a triple any day. So
what did you think how would you describe how the season has gone for you? Obviously an elite defender, seen some real progress with the offense. How would you describe your time?
Yeah, it's been a tremendous season for me. I'm just trying to soak up every single moment, and I'm very grateful for just all the opportunities that have been presented to me in the outfield too, because, like, you know, it's not guaranteed that you have balls to rob and stuff like that. So it's been really cool to do that, and then just like continue to work with these guys every day in the cage has been great, and just learning more and more about the game and approaches, and just like adjusting to the big league level. And I'm very optimistic about the future.
Last one, you get the ball back. What are you going to do with it?
I'm definitely going to display it somewhere where people can see it for sure. I'm very happy about it.
Yeah, he got the ball back today. It did go into the bullpen, so he was going to get that authenticated and be able to take home with him once the offseason starts. I forgot to ask him about the bat flip, but everybody here apparently, including Bryce, knew it was a no-doubter, including whoever was in charge of running the lights last night. My guess, maybe Mickey had something to do with it, Patrick. Could have been him on the light switch.
I'll talk to him because we've got a good relationship.
Exactly.
Interesting about the lights. Good stuff, Erica. Enjoyed that very much, Erica Weston right there. Tim, I'm going to ask you about Bryce Teodosio. We'll take a look at the home run and the bat flip one more time and the lights flickering at the same time. We know about his defense and his defensive run saves, his outs above average. Can his bat play at this level?
Well, he's a big kid. He's got leverage. He has the ability to do it, but here's the thing. He needs to understand that home runs are accidents for him. He is not a player that needs to be up there trying to hit home runs. It's great to have one or two when they're accidents, or maybe a handful. He has the ability to hit a handful just because he's a bigger guy. But his speed is his asset. His defense and his ability to run and get on base. He needs to be thinking about getting on base. I saw them out today working with EY. They're working on drag button.
Yep.
The bunt, he needs to take advantage of bringing that third baseman in at times and really making the defense fear the ability for him to run the bases. That's we played with guys like back in the day, but they were smaller. He just happens to be a big guy, but he's the same kind of a guy. Get him on base and let him use his wheels.
Yeah, with his short swing, it plays in, hit the ball on the ground, and utilizing his speed. By the way, I think the lights were paying homage to Robert Redford, too, in a natural.
Yeah, that's right.
Beautiful.
Just thinking that. The way when he hit that ball and I see the lights going, I go,
Don't hum the whole tune.
No,
though.
I won't.
Well, don't do it. Just a glimpse of it.
Yes.
Gooby, when we come back, you and Fish, you guys are going to break down with the Wonder Dog and Jeremy Guthrie of the Royals. So Rex Hudler, Jeremy Guthrie, Gooby, Fish, all break it down ABS. Can't wait. I'll sit back, relax, and watch it. Do you know anybody with the CHP?
Yeah, yes, a couple people. I do.
Domino's best.
Talent-wise, with the Correas and the Royce Lewises and the Buxtons firing at the height of their power, they're probably the most talented team.
Royce Lewis puts his team on top.
Postseason monster, we all know that.
Grand slam, Carlos Correa.
With Byron Buxton, it's the tools, the speed, the power.
He knows one speed, and that's to go get it.
I think that we're a great team. I think we know we're a great team.
The Twins have the most talent in that division.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Welcome back, everybody, to our Angels Live Pre here on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum. And here at the Big A, everybody getting their 400 posters honoring Mike Trout. Super cool. Got to get one of those. Next season, ABS, call them robo-umps if you want, but it's going to be really cool and good for the game and the spectators. Here's the breakdown. Automatic ball strike challenge system. Each team gets 2 challenges and keeps them if successful. Can only be initiated by the pitcher, catcher, or the batter. A little tap on the helmet or the cap after the pitch to signal the challenge. And no help from the dugout or anybody else. It has to be immediate, with each team getting 1 extra inning challenge, and you get to keep them, of course, if successful. But let's break it down further. We go to the guys on the field. I'm getting out of here. Gooby, take it away.
Well, thanks. This is a lot of fun. I'm here with royalty here. Jeremy Guthrie, Tim Salmon, and Rex Hudler, man. You guys, this is fun right here. By the way, I'm so glad you guys dressed up for the show.
You just lied. I am not royalty. I'm bottom of the barrel. Are you kidding me? I'm happy to be with you guys, too.
So what do you guys think so far? We'll start with you, Jeremy, with the ABS challenge system. What do you feel about that?
I think overall it's a good move. You know, they're trying to find an opportunity to make the game right, especially in the high leverage situations, and that's the goal of this game. You know, give them 2 challenges. Hopefully they use them the right way, but above all, they want to get the game game right, and they want the outcomes to not be determined by a missed call.
Fish, what do you got, man? You're a hitter. Pitchers are smarter over here.
I completely agree. I mean, you know, it's the hitters that are always questioning these umpires. I mean, hey, I tell you what, hitters know the strike zone, and I tell you, more times than not, hitters know when it's a strike or not. You always see them asking the umpire, and the umpire's, yeah, no, it wasn't a strike. I love the fact that the hitters can really go back there now when they're convinced and make the call and get it changed right. Because I tell you, difference between 1 and 2 or 2 and 1, that's a huge part of the at-bat right there.
What do you got, man? I know you know the strike zone, didn't you, man? You know it?
Oh, I swung at everything. I remember Frank Pulley, longtime umpire on getaway day on a Sunday, Dodger Stadium. I'm coming up to the plate, and he's going, all right, you better be hacking. You hit everything. It's getaway day today. And he looked at me and he goes, oh, you swing at everything anyway. I don't have to worry about you. But look, it's beautiful. You know what's so good about it is that I went to spring training this year. We only televised 2 or 3 games during the spring. I went to camp, and I'm sitting, before we did a televised game, I'm in the stands watching, and they're doing this ABS, and I'm hearing the people. The people are going, whoa, or yeah, when it got approved, they cheered. And I'm saying, this is great. It gives the fans something extra. Not about just the players, it's about the fans. And you know, everything we do, Jeremy, is about the people. Everything we do. So why not make our fans happy, and it gives them something extra to look forward to. They should have did it this year. Shake yourself, Commissioner. You should have done it this year, right off of spring training. All right, I'll be quiet.
By the way, you made a lot of umpires really happy right now because they're the ones that get challenged all the time. So, Jeremy, Diaz, during the All-Star game, he was the one that made the challenge. How often, by the way, as a pitcher, would you ever feel comfortable about doing that?
We talked about this earlier. I'm not sure I'd make the challenge, but here it is. It's an 0-2 pitch. Right away, he thinks it's a strike. He challenges by touching his hat. Rosarena probably knows he's up against the Coles here, and this is probably the most interesting part of the whole thing. For it to be a strike, the ball doesn't even have to have more than just a fraction. We're talking like a percentage of it in the zone, and it is a strike. Diaz gets the call, overturned, sit yourself down to Rosarena, so that's a tough break for a hitter.
That was 99, by the way.
As a pitcher.
That was 99 on the outside part of the plate. That was an unbelievable pitch.
It felt like it was a U.S. Open in a tennis match right there. Just barely touched. Okay,
did you see how they reacted, though, amongst each other? That was good.
Yes.
The two players were laughing.
But that's also an exhibition game. Yes. All right, hitters over here. As much as Jeremy and I aren't really friends of you guys during the course of the game, but Naylor did the same thing. He challenged the pitch. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, again, if it's a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, I'm probably not challenging it because I'm not sure myself where it's at. But, you know, when it's an off-speed pitch like with Naylor, I mean, those are the ones as hitters we know. We know whether it crossed the plate or not. And most hitters, I don't care if you're a good hitter or a bad hitter, most hitters know. And that's a great place right there. It was a 2-0 count. You know, it's like, hey, I'm in a hitter's count right here. You're going to make me swing at a ball like that? I want to know what the strike zone is. So the fact that he challenged it and he got it reversed, gave him a 3-0 count, and I don't know, it's spring training. I don't know, did he swing? But middle of the season, 3-0, I'm swinging.
What do you got, Hud?
And I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be exciting and fun because it's an added strategy. That's all I'm going to say. Me and the Kingfish, we've been done for a long time, Fish. It's all fun about to see these modern-day ball players and how they react to things, but I'm all for it 100%. And I would have loved being able to tap my hat and say, come on, man.
No, we would not have let you tap your hat.
Oh, my gosh.
You didn't know your strike zone.
I know, I never did. Fish, you're right. This is my strike zone.
I got to find this out for who's ready to answer this question. What is the right time to do these challenges for you guys? Is it early in the game? It could be early. Is it late in the game? Or are you willing to take that chance as a pitcher or a hitter to make a mistake and possibly cost your team a game because you've already challenged on your own?
Where's the manager come in? Does he make that?
No. I mean, you've got to talk to your players, but I think you got to have certain players that you give the freedom to do this. You're not going to let the number 9 hitter doing it that's, you know, hitting 240. But
bye, Hud.
I think, yeah, there's Hud. But I do think that it's a leverage situation. It might be in the 4th inning, you know, runners on base, you know, infield in, whatever the scenario is. When I think when you have a chance to make something happen and damage and score some runs, you know, that striker ball, that can make a huge difference in that count, especially if it's a strikeout, right?
But I'll say this, though, guys are emotional, so you're going to have to really coach them on this because in the test run in spring training, over 200 challenges, and they really happened throughout the game. There was no tendency for it to happen innings 1 through 3 or 3 through 6 or 7 through 9. They happened throughout, and so there's going to have to be some coaching and figuring out how in the world are we going to utilize these 2 challenges.
By the way, if I was on the mound, everything I threw was a strike, by the way. So I think we'll send it back to me now, but everything I threw was a strike. Everything they didn't swing at, they should have swung at.
I was pretty sure there was a walk in Goobies game, so not sure if that is historically accurate, but that was, for sure, a lot of fun. We appreciate all you guys jumping in on the new ABS system. Ohapi is honored, the nominee for the Roberto Clemente Award for the Angels. That is next.
The nuke. Before he was feared on the field, Ronald Acuña Jr. was chasing wins on a different kind of field. For the Acuñas, el béisbol was a story told in fastballs and late-night rematches. Every loading screen was a part of the strategy. Smash de botones. Smash de jonrones. That's how La Bestia was born.
The Mets were a great story last season. You got to think the expectations are sky high. They know that they're built to win.
I love the additions.
Juan Soto to the Mets.
It's real.
This is landscape changing. That changes the arc of the Mets.
We want to make a dynasty.
Really like their bullpen a lot.
The ball game is over. Put it in the book.
It's going to take everything from everybody.
We got to stay together and we got to post up.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance.
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastballs. I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Live on FanDuel Sports Network, presented by Spectrum, a connection built everywhere. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum. And that's Trout, and Neto, and Goofy, and Mickey, and Donald, and a little collab with Topps. And then I'm showing them all our selfies we took in Japan, and I made them wait because I couldn't find the photos. Kind of embarrassing, but they were enthralled, I have to say. Angels and the Royals. That made my day, the high five. I'm glad they're not showing the high five with Donald because we missed so badly. He was going the fist pounding with the high five, and I'm glad we don't have that. Tim Salmon, Patrick O'Neill, Bill, back in the day, man, you would go over to Disneyland.
All the time.
You would own that place.
Disney,
actually, you're kind of like Mickey Mouse walking around here when the fans see you. They're like, oh, my God.
I don't think so.
It's Tim Salmon. All right, hey, Logan Ohapi, we're going to show him getting the Clemente Award in a minute, but as a player, what do you most want to see for 2026? How does he improve, in your opinion? What's most important?
Well, I think he needs an offseason just to kind of clear the head. He mentioned it in an article just last week how, first of all, he's a great kid. He's impressionable. He wants to, he wants to learn. Sometimes you can maybe listen to too much, and I think he's had definite periods of time when he's done great. We know what he's capable of doing, but he's had some dry spells too, and that's both at the plate and behind the plate. And I think maybe threw a lot at him this year, maybe listen a little bit too much. He's got to go home, clear his head, get back to the fundamentals of some of the things that he knows how to do.
Yep.
You're always your own best hitter, and I'm sure your own best catcher too to some degree. So I think that's the biggest thing for him.
I hope he gets his 20th. That certainly would be cool. Now, also what he does off the field, you can't argue that because he is tremendous. He's had a lot of off-the-field stuff. His father battled cancer. He lost a teammate also. And here he is. He is the Angels nominee for the 2025 Roberto Clemente Award, which best represents the spirit of the game of baseball through outstanding character and community involvement. And the work he does with Children's Hospital, he puts so much work in. He has tremendous character. That is undisputed.
It's unseen, and here's the thing. He's almost an everyday player practically, and the fact that he's out there doing this stuff after he's caught a game the night before, after maybe he's going through a tough spell, he's out there. Usually the stuff that you do in the community, it's a lot of the guys that aren't playing every day. For him and the effort that he puts in, I think is super impressive that you see him in all these events after a night of catching 9 innings or whatever it is.
He cares so hard. He works incredibly hard. And as he told me once when he was injured and still playing, you can't be about it if you're not about it. And without a doubt, Logan O'Hoppe is all of it. We'll take a break. Come back. Closing in on first pitch. Lineups next.
There's a unicorn in Hollywood.
The lineup we know is incredibly deep, but that starting rotation is unlike anything I can remember.
I got them running the National League.
I think this is the first of like 4 or 5 straight world championships. This is just an incredible wealth of riches.
He's in a world of his own. Strike 3 swinging. It's a dozen strikeouts for Tyler Glasnow. Walk-off win.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Generous. When the Angels win the game, you win free McDonald's fries. Get free medium fries tomorrow with any $2 purchase only on the app at participating McDonald's. So hopefully a victory here tonight against the Royals. You got Yusei Kikuchi on the bump, and here is the Angels lineup. Schanuel, Ward, Moncada, Adel Rengifo, Moore, Peraza, Rivero, and Teodosio. But Yohan Moncada, what do you want to see there?
Well, I mean, I love his bat. A left-handed batter right there in the middle of that lineup, the heart of the lineup. He gives you good at-bats. I think tonight facing Stephen Kolek, he's going to throw a lot of fastballs that are cutting, sinking, a little four-seamer up in the zone, and a good changeup. So you need to have some patient at-bats up there. Hunt your zones, make them come to you.
If you're wondering why no Mike Trout, simply an off day. He's been through a lot. Of course, big relief at 400. He's available, and certainly he'll be in there tomorrow as well. Royals, Angels next. We got Wayne, Gooby, and Eric on the call. Enjoy the game. See you afterwards.
Great, right?
Aaron Judge looking to do some damage.
Oh, hey, Captain.
Oh, my God!
Near the wall.
Sorry.
Woo! No fly zone. So fast, Bobby.
Paul skis! Cannons! Otani!
Living legend.
We did it! Yes!
Oh, this is the best. Please tell me you caught that.
San Diego's a dangerous team.
Man, they have enough talent to run the table.
Every game here is like a party.
Manny Machado walks it off!
Fans are also playing a part. They're affecting the game.
Fernando Tatis Jr., electric!
The team that we got in there, man, we're ready to compete. We're ready to handle the unfinished business that we have.
Merrill Madness!
The towels flying, the fans going nuts.
Welcome to San Diego! It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive. A showstopper. We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit them.
These teams are entertaining, are they not? The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Clippers, Kings, and Angels.
Another beautiful night for baseball in Southern California. We get near the end of the season here at Angel Stadium. It's game 2 of this 3-game series, the penultimate series of the year, as the Los Angeles Angels take on the Kansas City Royals on Mike Trout poster night, celebrating his 400th career home run. Alongside Mark Kubica, I'm Wayne Randazzo. Although we won't see Trout in the lineup tonight, the Angels certainly still have their fair share of power in this order.
Yeah, a lot of home runs, especially when you think about the corner outfitters with Taylor Ward and Joe Adell. They've certainly done their part. You know, Zach Neto before being injured, the same thing. So there's a lot of promise as far as power. Just want to be more consistent putting the ball in play.
We saw Taylor Ward hit his 35th home run of the year yesterday. Joe Adell already surpassing that mark as he has 36, and those two have provided a huge punch.
This is the transition from early in the season where he hit a lot of baseballs on the ground. Hit it hard, but on the ground. But now all of a sudden you're seeing a lot of lift, an OPS of 785 with 96 RBIs, including in those 36 home runs, a career high. When you look at 488 slugging percentage, I love the fact that a lot of those home runs have been to center, right center, staying on base hit, even going the other way yesterday. There's a lot to like about what you're seeing on the offensive side with Joe Adell.
And Taylor Ward, as we mentioned, 35 homers, 100 RBIs now. Beyond that for the season, he has had a career year in terms of his power.
And I love that home run yesterday, too, to right center field. When you throw that baseball anywhere near that swing path that he has, it's going to be hit extremely hard. Slugging percentage himself at 474, 102 RBIs on the season. It's great to see him and Joe just continue to swing the bat from the beginning part of the season in March, and here we are in mid to late September and still swinging the ball and hitting it very hard.
We'll see if Ward and Adell can provide more power here today with Yusei Kikuchi on the mound. You have to hand it to Kikuchi in terms of his durability this year. He was the opening day starter for this team. He'll make his last start of the season tonight, number 33 on the year.
And Wayne, I'm really curious to see how he uses his fastball here in this game here today. That fastball is going to really set up his curveball and slider changeup. At times he goes away from it too far off the outside corner, but I think he's going to be more efficient. He has been over the last couple of starts utilizing his fastball, which is touched 96 miles per hour.
And we saw Kikuchi on the mound tonight. It'll be his last start of the season in the City Connect uniforms here tonight for the Angels. Well, between the power of Ward and Adell, the outfield, Bryce Teodosio lifted his first big league home run last night. We'll take a look at that when we come back. The Angels and the Royals, game 2 of this series.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog.
The British are coming!
It pays to know what's coming.
Check the group chat!
Every great leap began with a bold first step. And there's no shortage of second chances. Against impossible odds. You don't stand down. You swing first.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Just for you, 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 oh yes.
Through Hims, you can get treatment for weight loss, ED, and hair loss that's made just for you.
Your guy throwing out the first pitch here tonight.
Is that Goofy or Gooby?
It kind of looked like you.
That looked like my last throw. I know that.
Well, Mickey was there to measure it. Fell a little short of home plate. But the Goof Troop is here, no question. You think Goofy, Mickey, and Donald could play better defense than Bobby Witt, Michael Garcia, and Bryce Teodosio?
I'm saying no. Don't make the effort. Don't try hard. But if plays like this, I'm pretty sure no. That was an incredible play, too. And you think about that, Neto, who did that to so many other people. Bobby Witt Jr. doing it that. And Michael Garcia, he is phenomenal at third base. 17 outs above average. Second. By the way, how can that be second in third baseman in MLB? That arm is outstanding, too, in the outfield. Teodosio, you talk about covering some ground and picking up your pitchers, taking away would-be home runs. That play against the Dodgers really helped the Halos win that game. 9 outs above average since coming up on August 1st, which leads all MLB outfielders in that category.
That's a big number in a short time for Teodosio. He has played terrific defensively, and he'll back things up for Yusei Kikuchi on the mound for the Halos tonight.
Looking to be able to continue what he's done so far this season, weighing at home 5-3 with a 3 ERA at the Big A, 33rd start. A go-to for him to have that good last start of the season. Build on that for the off-season to continue staying healthy, staying strong, but believing in getting those quick outs for me on his fastball today. He's been a little more efficient of late. We get punch-outs on his curveball. When he throws that fastball in there, it's going to make that curveball 27 punch-outs, over 23% whip percentage on his curveball.
I'll show you the lineup for the Royals with Garcia leading off, then Bobby Witt. Pasquantino's had over 100 RBIs this year. Salvador Perez not far away. We'll see Jonathan India in there today, and Jack Caglione, the rookie, who should provide a lot of power for the Royals in the future. Their first-round pick last year.
And the Nissan defense behind Yusei Kikuchi for the Halos today. Ward in left, Teodosio in center, Adele in right field. Third base today, you got Rengifo back into Peraza playing shortstop. Christian Moore at second, Schanuel at first base, and Roberto behind the plate. And go back to Teodosio, not only when you think about those outs above average, but also 8 defensive runs saved and 9 runs with that defense out there in the outfield. He is a difference maker defensively, especially going back on that baseball.
Well, one thing we have tonight is a tremendous uniform matchup. The Angels are in their City Connect outfit tonight, and the Royals are throwing it back to your time in Kansas City with the powder blues.
Yeah, we just watching him standing up for the national anthem. Reminded me back in just a few years ago in that playoffs in Toronto in '85, waiting on that line to see if we're going to advance to the World Series in Game 7 in Toronto.
Nice and quick trip to try to blend in with the powder blues.
Yes.
As the Royals and the Angels open up Game 2 of this 3-game series tonight. Michael Garcia leads off on the first pitch, hits a bouncing ball right at Oswald Peraza. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That first pitch, fastball, a quick out, trust in fastball. Start in the middle of the plate with the fastball, then work to the corners. That way you get swings at your other pitches. That fastball is so important for Kikuchi. Big quick out.
Feels like it would be the first time this year Kikuchi's had an out in the first pitch of the game. He's had so many long first innings this year. It's hard to think about any time he's had 1 pitch, 1 out to start a game. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. as he looks at a strike on a curveball from Kikuchi. Kikuchi has had some good outings here of late. Allowed just 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings in Milwaukee. As Witt slams one to center. Here's Teodosio back for it. And with room, that ball didn't quite travel as far as it sounded like it was gonna. Yeah, Teodosio makes the catch.
It sounded pretty good off the bat, about 101 off the bat. Maybe towards the end, maybe. Kept it in the yard.
So 2 outs on 3 pitches, and the efficiency early on here for Kikuchi. But mentioned that last start in Milwaukee, 2 runs in 5 2/3 innings. Gave up just 1 run in 6 innings. The outing before that in Seattle. He was a little perturbed in his last start that he wasn't able to finish the 6th inning in that outing against the Brewers. He was pulled out of the game with 92 pitches, a couple of men on base with 2 outs in that 6th inning. And well, it seemed like Kikuchi would have liked to have the chance there to get out of that inning on his own.
You know, I like what Ray Montgomery said. You know what? You want that from your starting pitcher. And I think with that conversation like that, that could earn him another few batters later in the game here if he's efficient enough. You just got to want that baseball. You want to say to your manager when he comes out, he goes, I'm your best option. That's the best thing you can ever say to the manager. I'm your best option. I'll give that bullpen a rest.
No balls, 2 strikes. And there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Yusei Kikuchi has his quickest first inning of the year. 6 pitches. 1, 2, 3.
Need a convenient weeknight dinner? Then it's time to think outside the box with Home Chef. With our oven-ready and express sheet pan meals, Home Chef delivers everything you need right to your door, so you can enjoy affordable meals made with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that take the hard work out of home cooking. With so many easy prep, no-mess recipes to choose from, you don't have to stress meal planning anymore. You just get to enjoy really tasty food and add more time back into your day. Get 18 free meals plus free shipping when you sign up today.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Rose Sparks act fast and stay active longer. They aren't pills.
Angels batting orders presented by Simpson Chevy with Nolan Schanuel leading off. Then it's Taylor Ward. Moncada's the DH. Mike Trout not in the lineup tonight. Joe Adell is in right field. Renjifo's at third base. Moore's at second. Peraza, Rivero, Teodosio at the bottom of the order with Stephen Kolek on the mound for Kansas City. He certainly had some good moments this year at the major league level. It's only his 5th start with the Royals after being traded from the Padres at the trade deadline and the deal that sent Freddie Fermin over to San Diego. Schanuel takes strike 1. I'm a little surprised Kolek has not had more big league opportunities until just about a month ago.
Yeah, this research and looking at some of the I mean, he's got some really good, efficient pitches, a number of them to go to also. And my go-to is on cue to be able to have success and score some runs, make some good contact again against him, is power that four-seamer. And 4 home runs versus the four-seamer, but don't chase the changeup. It's been virtually unhittable this year. 0.56 batting average with 10 punches. So it's a very, very effective pitch when he throws that.
He's made 4 starts as a Royal, and he's been very good. All of them. Schanuel takes ball 1 so far for Kolek in a Kansas City uniform. A 1.67 ERA in 4 starts. He's a guy who gets a lot of ground balls. He's only given up 8 homers in 106 innings this year. None as a Royal.
You see that pitch before, though, was his changeup. You can see how much that drops. And he throws that four-seamer upstairs.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count on Schanuel in the leadoff spot tonight as he pops one back foul and out of play.
You ready to make the play today, Wayne? I think you're ready. Your pens are okay?
Yeah, well, they're the ones without a cap, but it's only 5 games left.
Yes.
So he's going to have to just wear it. 2-2. And a liner to left center. It's Tolbert coming in and over to make the catch into a dive for the first out.
And the defense behind Kolek. You saw Tolbert out there making that play. He can cover some serious ground out in center field. Grichuk, our old buddy, in left field. Cagliano over in right field. And then in third base, I'm telling you, Wayne, one of the best. We talked about a little bit Garcia, Witt Jr., India, and then you got Pasquantino over at first base. I'll tell you, Garcia, we showed those numbers of our outs above average. Defensive runs saved, double plays. He's at the top as far as putouts, assists, fielding percentage amongst all AL third basemen.
Well, 41 outs above average between the two of them on the left side of the infield here for the Royals.
So hit the ball, you got to try to hit the ball to the right side or hit it over the fence.
And Garcia's been one of the top 10 players in terms of wins above replacement in the American League this year. Taylor Ward drove out his 35th home run of the season last night. As he hits a ground ball here to Bobby Witt. 2 up, 2 down here in the first. So we've been knocking our heads around all day about Ward and Adele, both eclipsing 35 home runs now on the season. And we have found only 2 other sets of American League outfield teammates that have done this before, which is impossible to believe. Only 2 sets of teammates as outfielders in the American League have hit 35 home runs apiece. We found Griffey and Jay Buhner, right? And then last year, Juan Soto and Judge. It just seems like that's all an impossibility.
Yeah, you still scratch your head thinking about that. That's how impressive Ward and Adele have been this season. I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah, the 3rd outfield duo in American League history to each hit 35 home runs. 1 ball, 1 strike on Yohan Moncada. He fouls one out. As far as I remember, the American League's been around since 1901.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
So it's really difficult to really wrap your mind around that. There's so many power hitters, and 35 is not a huge number. It's a great number. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Moncada. It has happened more often in the National League, but even then, not that much more often. Wave and a miss by Moncada for strike 3.
You know there's better golf in you. And whether you're new to the game or you've been playing your whole life, PXG could get better golf out of you. Our expert fitters use the unique adjustability of PXG clubs to help you hit it longer, straighter, and play with the confidence you've always wanted. Book your PXG fitting experience now at PXG.com or a PXG location near you. PXG, you've never played like this before.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
Welcome back to Anaheim, and now that Taylor Ward has crossed the 100 RBI threshold for the season, he's just waiting for his teammate Joe Adele to join him. He is 4 RBIs away from 100, and I spoke to Joe before the game today, who told me it's hard not to think about it, but he called it an opportunity stat. How good are you when it shows up? As far as Taylor Ward, it's all he's thinking about, just trying to help his teammate get there. He said, I want to help him get to 100 RBI, so he's actively thinking about that, and he thinks all the guys should be too. He's going out there trying to get on base, trying to get in position, hoping Joe can put a good swing on it and get 2. He said, at this point in the year with where we're at, it's a winning mindset too, so it's something to think about moving forward next year too. How can we get guys on? How can we drive guys in? And for both of us to potentially have 30 home runs and 100 RBIs this season, that would be icing on the cake for both of them this year.
And is trying to lift the baseball, Joe Adele.
Perez rolls run over to Peraza. 1 away. 30 homers and 100 RBIs as Angels teammates. Well, Garrett Anderson, Troy Gloss, and Mo Vaughn did it together in 2000. Edmonds and Salmon made it in 1995, and Bobby Grich and Don Baylor in Baylor's MVP year, 1979. So 4 RBIs for Adele. Got a good teammate there in Taylor Ward. You don't want to be thinking about this 25 years from now.
No, to get on base. He's saying, I'm going to get on base. He's got a couple guys in front of him, really, when you think of this lineup, especially when you have Sean Wow on there and getting on base, too.
It can really stick with you forever.
Yes.
Get that close to 100 RBIs and don't.
Yeah, sometimes you can't let it go if you're not quite there at that 100.
Randall Grichuk is the batter here in the second with 1 out. 4 in a row set down by Kikuchi as the former Angel bats here. So you look at these powder blues and you wonder why the Royals don't wear them every road game. What's happening here? Why wear the grays ever?
No, they're perfect.
No balls and 2 strikes on Randall Grichuk. Fastball, or changeup rather, missed 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kikuchi.
That would be one of those ones, if you challenge, you would get it right.
Yeah, it's coming next year. We'll see it. Spring training and beyond in 2026. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grichuk fouls 1 off. Let's take a look back at the powder blues and how they looked on George Brett. That's a different style of the powder blue with the Kansas City instead of the Royals script.
Yeah, that's the old pull over top.
His bouncer to short, another ground ball out for Kikuchi's had 3 of them. 2 Peraza at shortstop. 2 up, 2 down here in the inning.
Still one of George's most memorable nights of his career was here in this ballpark, where he picked up 4 hits to pick up hit number 3,000 here at the Big A. His brother Ken Brett was on the call too for the Halos that night.
George Brett.
Yeah, and he got picked off right away. I'm thinking that might have been my fault for the smashing on his helmet the whole time. I probably knocked him out. He was just standing up.
That is possible. Jonathan India takes ball 1. He had some leverage there. You're about half a foot taller than George.
I still can't believe he did it that night, because he had been bothered by his shoulder problem, and I think he got a cortisone shot the day before. Didn't know if he was even going to play.
Here's India with a fly ball to left center. It's Taylor Ward backing up into position. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings for a very efficient Kikuchi.
When you're young, you don't just get handed trust. You have to earn it by hand. You listen and ask questions and see the way things have always been, but like never before. You realize time doesn't make something timeless. Standards do. Because if you want your name to last forever, you have to build your legacy one step at a time.
If you know luxury, it's not just award-winning, it's rewarding. Saatva Mattresses supports all types of sleepers. Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories and brought directly to you with our complimentary in-home delivery and setup service. Which is why over 90% of customers would recommend Saatva to friends and family. Saatva, luxury mattresses made affordable.
About a 3 in their series in Kansas City earlier in this month of September, and Joe Adell certainly enjoyed himself at Kauffman Stadium at that long home run against Michael Lorenzen, and then hit one up into Bo Jackson territory out in right center field as well.
Yeah, that was crushed there.
Archaea player profile as Adell stands in here with his 36 home runs, 17 of them since the All-Star break, which means it's happened a lot quicker. And we see the launch angle. That's something that's really important for Joe. He doesn't need to be hitting high towering fly balls all the time, but if he could just hit the ball off the ground more often, more line drives, more fly balls, it will lead to more home runs. And that's why we've seen Joe not only pick up more homers, but that batting average has gone up as well.
Wayne, you're exactly right. Early in the season, a lot of baseballs hit hard, but they were on the ground. He was almost hitting down on the baseball, and then he got back to getting the ball in the air a little more efficiently, and you're seeing the baseball just flying out of the ballpark. So the adjustments made from the first month and a half of the season were a lot of those baseballs on the ground and maybe a few more chases. But a lot of work he put with Johnny Washington and the whole coaching staff, hitting staff, Tim Laker and Jason Nix has really paid off as far as lifting the ball in the air.
No balls, 2 strikes on Adell, who has certainly been a success story for not only the Angels coaching staff, but the entire organization. This is a developmental win. Adell fouls one up. I know he was a first-round pick, and first-round picks are supposed to get there and perform at a high level. But Joe was pretty raw when he first got into the organization, and it's taken a lot of work and a lot of back and forths for Adell to figure it out at this level. And over the last really year and a half, we have seen Adell start to make those serious strides into being a good major league ball player.
When you think about his first year in 2020, which is difficult for anybody to play, especially a young player like Joe Adell, and he had some ups and downs, but those downs have turned into a lot of ups, and we're seeing a more consistent, developed player right now.
2-2. I always feel bad for the guys who only had that season, the pandemic year, as their big league service time. There are, I think it was a few dozen players who only performed in the major leagues in the 2020 season. 2-2. So they got there, but under strange circumstances and with no fans. And
yeah, that's the thing. No fans. You get that energy from the fans, and sometimes when you're on the road, even that energy from the opposing fans, it gets you going as a player.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Adell, leading off here in the second against Stephen Kolek, the starter for the Royals. And a fly ball off the end of the bat to right center. This will be easy for Caglione.
Still pretty solid at bat. Laid off some tough pitches. He had a swing at that one. It's right on the outside part of the plate and hit a fly ball out the right field. But overall, pretty good as far as not chasing. Even though it's an out, you're seeing Joe Adell having a pretty good idea of the strike zone.
1 out, and the batter here will be Rengifo against Kolek, who's a native of Houston. Was drafted by the Dodgers, ended up bouncing around a little bit. Went to the Padres via the Rule 5 draft after spending some time in the Mariners system as well. So Kansas City is his 4th organization. He's 28 years old. Interestingly, he had an older brother, Tyler Kolek, who was the number 2 overall draft pick in 2014 and never made it to the major leagues. I don't see that too much these days, where an early pick like that doesn't end up even getting there.
It's surprising when you think about it, looking at his stuff. I mean, this kid right here, he's got some pretty good stuff.
Got a great changeup. That's been his big out pitch this year, which is his first season in the major leagues. Rengifo gets tied up there. Opponents are just 2 for 39 on the changeup entering the day. Struck out Moncada with that pitch as well in the first inning tonight.
By the way, some of the mashers are mashing the baseball today. Judge, a couple. Schwarber, a couple. Cal Raleigh homered now.
There's a line drive and a base hit for Rengifo. A soft liner, but he gets it in there. Now he's trying for second, and Caglione with a great arm, but he kind of double pumped. And the throw too late. It's a double for Rengifo.
That was an excellent throw, but he took a while to get rid of it. And it's worth to take that gamble. That was a down and in breaking ball. Went down, dropped the barrel of the bat on it, and gets it in play. And he's thinking extra base hit. That's when you have to have the approach as a hitter. Put some pressure on the defense. That slight hesitation. It was right on the throw. He was able to beat it out and in scoring position now.
16th double. You see that little hesitation from Caglione. Ruined any chance he possibly had to throw out Rengifo at second base.
What our parents would always say, he who hesitates is lost.
Well, that is true.
That's my dad joke for the day.
Caglione had a chance there, the former two-way player at the University of Florida, but his throw was too late. 1 ball, no strikes on Christian Moore. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. It's 1-1.
Amazing, though. Cal Raleigh now with 59 home runs. 59.
I don't know how you do. I saw Jeff Passan today said he was probably going to vote for Judge. I don't know how you could vote for Judge over Cal Raleigh when you consider the rigors of the catching position, and that he has gone above and beyond what any catcher has ever done in the history of the game. You know, when 3 years ago Judge won the MVP over Shohei, and you've seen some Yankee fans and even media people make the case that Judge is having such a great overall year, which he is. But Shohei was having a great overall year in 2022. Was probably his best year as a pitcher. But Judge hit 62 homers that year, and he got it. If Raleigh hits 60 home runs as a catcher, how could you not give it to him?
Exactly. I mean, he's probably going to get there. And he's catching again tonight, too, by the way.
He's at 59 home runs now for the season. Just an all-out tremendous year. Blew past Salvador Perez's previous record. Johnny Bench won the MVP a couple times as a catcher. Yogi Berra won it a few times. Roy Campanella was the MVP. As the catchers win it. And Cal Raleigh has a certain deserving case to be the MVP of the American League. And Judge has been awesome. He's been all around. You look at his numbers, winning the batting title, all that. You can't take away what Judge has done this year. But it seems like based on what Judge won the MVP on 3 years ago over Shohei, you can give it to Raleigh this year. Blue base hit for Moore. I think Caglione just fires it to the plate.
I think he likes to show off that arm. Nice at bat, though, by Christian Moore. Just fighting out with all 3-2 count. They're the kind of at bats for a young player that if you're Johnny Washington, you're in that dugout, you feel real good. That's a pretty good. That is a pitcher's pitch. He put it in play, shortened up, contact made, base hit. Love that swing. Look at that arm, though. Yeah, it's pretty good arm in the outfield.
Got a hose, no question. That's why there was some real discussion about him being a two-way player. But it has not happened for Caglione in that way. He's got such a big bat. The Royals want him to focus on hitting. They're not letting him pitch. But he certainly has a seed. There goes Moore. It's a bouncing ball to short. It will score a run. No play at second base.
Love that. If he doesn't go, that's probably a double play ball.
Instead, it's an RBI for Peraza, and the Angels take a 1-0 lead.
All around nice play. And it's this whole entire inning, not a hard hit ball by Rengifo, but a hustle double. Good at bat by Christian Moore, put it in play, and then that ground ball with the runner on the move, and Christian Moore run scored.
The Angels are on the board first, and here is Sebastian Rivero doing the catching tonight. Rivero spent some time with the Royals a few years ago as he pops this one out. This is India and Caglione, and it's Caglione dropping the ball. The Angels get a break. Looked like some miscommunication, or at least late communication, between Caglione and India.
And Bo Porter's looking at Christian Moore. Why is he not all the way over there to third base right now?
With 2 outs.
With 2 outs. Again, it's all that learning experience. You can see him. He's telling them right now, Bo Porter.
At 2 outs, he's got to know the situation there. And he should have scored on that ultimately. That ball was in the air for a while. If he's racing around from second base, he should be.
Yeah, clearly it's one of those times he didn't know the outs at that point.
So the Angels with runners on first and second. So in one regard, they get a break in that the inning isn't over. But in the other regard, Moore could have maybe scored on that play.
We'll try to at least force him, especially with 2 outs. You're more apt to take a shot. See if Teodosio could pick up Christian Moore here now.
Runner on second base, Moore. It's Rivero at first after the error by Caglione. And here is Teodosio with his first major league homer yesterday. He got all of it, hit almost 400 feet out to left field.
A little bit of a bat flip too. Liked it. In fact, Leone's been involved a lot in this half inning. He's going to be a real good player. Again, it's that learning experience at the big leagues. It's tough.
Bouncer off the glove of Kolek. India grabs it and will tag the runner to end the inning. Angels get a run and they lead 1-0.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
I think the sneaky team to watch is the Giants.
It's going to be fun to watch this staff. That is the best ballpark in the world to pitch in San Francisco.
A lot of experience up top.
I like where this team's headed.
High drive! It is out of here! Doesn't get any better than this.
Logan Webb might be the most underappreciated quality starting pitcher in all of baseball.
If this Giants team is going to make noise, it's going to be because of their starting rotation.
Yeah, for me, it's really important for us to establish an identity.
You're going to be talking about the Giants in September again. Did he do it?
Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Join your Halos with the Big A for Fan Appreciation Night. It's Saturday, September 27th. Fans will have the chance to win prizes from Pechanga Resort Casino, Bandai Namco, Coca-Cola, and more. Stay after for the final fireworks show of the year. Visit angels.com/promotions for more info. Yusei Kikuchi has retired all 6 batters he has faced so far. Luke Maile will lead off third. It's the 3rd time this year Kikuchi has gone 6 up, 6 down. Only 16 pitches to boot. Ball 1 to Maile, who's doing the catching tonight for the Royals. Perez is DHing. Maile's former team, the Cincinnati Reds, locked in a battle against the Pirates tonight.
They've been back and forth.
Pittsburgh leads 4-3 in the 11th. Reds, if they win, looks like they'll go back into a tie with the Mets for the 3rd wild card. Cincinnati has the tiebreaker there. Mets are losing in Chicago tonight 8-2. A chopper foul. Paul Skeens started that game for Pittsburgh. Went 6 shutout innings, which lowered his ERA under 2 for the year.
That's unbelievable.
At 1.97.
What an incredible year for the SoCal Orange County native.
He'll be the first Pirate to win the National League Cy Young since Doug Drabeck in 1990. We can just give it to him now.
Yes. Everyone else can try to battle for second.
Yes. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Maile. High fastball missed.
Just watching, they were even showing on MLB Network. They had the cam there, and it was early, and he was walking around, just preparing mentally for the game. And it was well before the game too. He's a workout machine.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kikuchi has his 2nd strikeout. He's retired 7 in a row.
Slide a little back door, but he's been able to establish his fastball. And if you can get that fastball starting the zone, then you can work the corners. You're going to get some swing and misses on his curveball and slider, even his changeup.
Caglione looks at a breaking ball for a strike. Last year's 1st round pick for the Royals. He was drafted 6th overall, and he went to Plant High School in Tampa.
Feels like there's been a lot of baseball players from that area.
Well, the biggest names are Wade Boggs, Kyle Tucker, and Pete Alonso. So they've had some serious players come out of there, including the Hall of Famer Boggs. One ball, 1 strike on Caglione. It's a big chopper towards second base. Moore with the charge. The glove flip gets the out.
Nice play. Real nice play by Christian Moore. He's starting to get better and more comfortable at second base. He's made a lot of solid plays of late. With the glove, controlling it, and the quick flip. I think that's the play he's going to have to make. If he had to try to get that out on the transfer, I don't know if he's getting them. That was a solid play using the glove. Kikuchi liking that play.
Bunch of ground ball outs here for Kikuchi so far. Tyler Tolbert, the number 9 batter for Kansas City.
He's only about a 40% ground ball rate, but not so far tonight with 4 of them.
4 out of the 6 balls put in play, plus a couple of strikeouts in there for Kikuchi tonight. Ball 1 strike on Tolbert.
Vera behind the plate saying that's not a bad miss. It changes eye level here. See if we can make a better pitch right now.
Yep. Miss on the slider.
So he went upstairs and he went below the strike zone. So changing eye levels, he had to be quick on that one and unable to make contact. Vera, a former Royal himself.
Rivera spent a little bit of time at the major league level as one of many Salvador Perez backups over the years.
Yeah, when you go to Kansas City as a catcher, you're a backup.
That's why Freddie Fermin got traded. It was a commodity for the Royals to have another really solid catcher in Fermin. The Padres needed one. And they got 2 starting pitchers from the Padres, and Ryan Bergert and tonight's starter Kolek.
Both have been pretty good for the Royals.
Get a couple of arms like that. That's a good deal if you can get it. Kansas City went that route by trading Fermin. Well, with Jensen coming up too from the minor leagues and Perez still locked in. They didn't need Freddie Fermin around. They got some arms. 3-2. And Tolbert strikes out to win the inning.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
For the 1,000th time together, welcome into MLB Central.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
That foot's just a kickstand. Bang!
Interviews with the players.
I had a coach that kind of called me an alien. Skinny guy, fast, big head.
And a little bit.
I don't have cologne today.
Open it on your own like a man.
Of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin.
Just incredible speed. He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
Goodbye, Snakes alive.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
We got our hands up in the air. My, oh my.
Well, that's a great baseball comment. And good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Take a look at our Verizon reliable performance. And how reliable Zach Neto has been for this ball club over the last couple of years. Another solid year for Neto. 26 home runs, 13 defensive runs saved, top 3 among major league shortstops in both categories. He's really become one of the better shortstops in all of baseball. We're pleased to be joined by Zach here in the bottom of the 3rd. We just saw your triple play again on the highlight. Walk us through that one more time. What was that like now that you have some time to look back at it?
I mean, it's still a whirlwind with that. Just being able to kind of just be in the moment, not trying to do too much, and just let my instincts do its thing. And it's just a matter of not doing too much, just making sure I make it now, and ended up turning into 3 quick outs. So just be able to stay in the moment, not trying to do too much of it, and like I said, just get outs.
Well, you got 3 outs in about 2 seconds, so you did as much as you could, I think.
Thanks.
Zach, a lot of times we even say that your instincts, where does that come from? I mean, you're already anticipating where baseballs are going to be hit, and you're there on time. How do you do that on a consistent basis?
I don't know. It's something that you can't really teach. It's just more of like a feel thing. But just be able to anticipate, kind of knowing what the pitcher's going to throw, and just anticipating, reading swings, knowing probably where they're going to hit it, and just try to get a quick step that way, and just kind of hope for the best. To be honest, it's just one of those things where you got to keep your head on a swivel. And oh, that's gone.
That's a rocket from Taylor Ward, and you called it. It's gone. Number 36 for Ward on the year.
By the way, great call now when Professor Chaos.
That's right. He definitely went Professor Chaos on that one. Yeah, it's just, just like I said, just being able to keep your head on a swivel, be light on the feet. So, when you do get hit a ball in the hole or, up close where you got to go get it, you'll be able to be reactive enough to go get it.
Well, that one pop-up play where you juggled it and made the catch on the pop-up is where you see that home run again. How about that play? You going to do some juggling or anything during the offseason? Look at you right there, dude.
Trust me, Gooby, it would have been way much better if I would have caught it on the first try. Just keep your eye on the ball, not giving up on it until, I got myself to the ground. And, the biggest thing was just to secure it and make sure I got it.
Taking a look at that play again with the over-the-shoulder juggle ×3. And the dive forward for the catch as the batter here is Moncada. How's your hand feeling? And do you expect any slowing down or delaying of what would be a normal offseason for you?
No, hand's feeling good. It's slowly progressing, but I'm expected to have a pretty good offseason. It's better than what I had last offseason for sure. With no surgery and just be able to go home, enjoy the time with my family. Get this hand right and just be able to have a normal offseason.
And what are some things that you didn't get to do last offseason that you'd like to do this year in baseball terms?
Especially with my surgery. Oh, it's coming my way. The ball finds you. The ball finds you. Just be able to, first month, it was kind of that rehab process to see if I was going to have the surgery or not, kind of see if I could tough it out. But, we ended up just kind of coming to an agreement to just have it, get it done, and, just play for the future. And I'm thankful for having it. But, it kind of took away from a month, from my family and, just be able to chill and not do anything, to be honest. But, I'm thankful I had the surgery. Everything went well. And, just kind of that whole rehab process, I've had it for a long time when I was a little kid, kind of going through all that. So kind of going through the whole thing again, it was definitely tough, but, just be able to persevere through it all and, know where I want to be when the time was right and, be able to produce.
Yeah, reflecting on your season, we talk a lot about 25, 25, 25. Everyone goes 25 home runs, 25 stolen bases, but I always got to put in there that 25-plus doubles, too. How good does that make you feel you're putting it all together offensively?
It was awesome. That just shows every year is getting better, which is a good thing for me. And, just be able to honestly just put it out there and just have fun. I think that's the biggest thing. That was, that's pretty much what I told everybody. That's what I told myself in spring training when I was still rehabbing it. It was just when I come back, play as many games as possible. That might go too.
Out to left, hit pretty well, but it's caught by Gritcher.
Just the biggest thing when I told myself coming back was just be able to come back healthy, play as many games as possible, and, just have fun. I didn't really care what the individual stats looked like. It was just trying to get this team to the postseason, and, we didn't get to do that, but I feel like individually I did pretty well, just having fun coming back since that first day against the Giants and just be able to have fun with the guys and, make it a really good ride.
You see one of the better shortstops in baseball alongside you tonight with Bobby Witt playing for the Royals. Where do you put yourself with Bobby and Gunnar Henderson and Lindor and some of the great shortstops in the league?
I'm very humble. I'm never gonna say nothing bad about myself or them. But let's just say it's gonna be a very good group of shortstops. For the future. All of us being very young, and you got Bobby, Gunnar, Jeremy Pena. You got a lot of young guys, Jacob Wilson, Lindor. You got a lot of young guys who, playing primary positions and producing, which is always good for their position. So I'm grateful to see what the future has in store for us.
Zach, great job this year. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Let's get it started.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Perfect balance.
Boom. Interviews with the players.
Get back to the fastball.
I know what that passion feels like.
And a little bit.
Keeping.
You behave properly.
Hey.
Of everything else.
Come on, Marlins.
The window seats are.
The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
If you're not watching this show, you're the problem.
Kansas City's hot. They are relentless. And Bobby Witt Jr. is piping hot.
One big swing from the Royal superstar.
The greatest player on earth right now.
you become like a massive, massive force.
You have to work more. You have to sacrifice yourself more.
That's the type of baseball that wins come postseason.
Just the team that we have, just doing things one pitch at a time, one inning at a time. It's just so much fun.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more time.
The best second baseman in the game, that's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin. Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
Angels have a 2-0 lead after Taylor Ward's homer in the bottom of the third. Michael Garcia takes ball one to start the fourth, and we have what is one of my favorite items here in this stadium.
This is looking fantastic right now.
It is National Quesadilla Day, and you have the chicken quesadilla, I believe.
Yes.
How was that?
Off the charts good.
Off the charts. It is really good. It is from Casa Modelo, which is down in section 201. They have the birria, the cheese, and the chicken quesadilla.
Oh my word, it's good.
It's amazing. I've got the birria. I've had this before. I'd say it's one of my favorite items in this day, but I'm gonna eat it again. Just
well, thank you for doing that for me. I appreciate it.
I took a huge bite too, just for you.
You always sound fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, almost as good as our quesadilla here. Almost.
Incredible wash down a excellent quesadilla with a good play by
yes. Another ground ball out for Kikuchi. People getting up, firm throw. So that's how you take away a base hit. You've done that to everybody else in baseball this season. I'm going to take one away from you.
Turnabout is fair play.
By the way, this is unbelievably good.
I've got about a whole scoop of guacamole on the microphone. Don't mind me.
Hey, it's all. See that you're smart. You keep that for later on in the game.
Wouldn't that be a good idea?
Yes. It'd be perfect.
Oh, no, that would be excellent. But we're enjoying Casa Modelo, and you should too.
Yes, everyone should.
They have chicharron nachos. It says right here on my screen. I haven't had those. But churros for dessert, Ralph. Need to get the churros. The ball's 2 strikes on Bobby Witt. Only got 1 napkin, by the way, for this. This is a 4 or 5 napkin affair.
Yes. Oh, so good.
Yeah, well, I'll have more of that in between innings here. Garcia hitting there. There's some more napkins. Now we're talking. Witt with a ground ball to the right side. It's handled by Moore, and then he bobbled, and that's too late after that. You can't get Bobby Witt after the bobble. The Royals get their first base runner thanks to what should be an error.
Yeah, how quick he goes down the line too, and you know that as a defender too. That sometimes forces you to make some mistakes. Just a little bobble. It stayed on the glove and wrist area, but no chance with Witt running down the line.
Nearly 31 feet per second beyond elite speed for Bobby Witt. It's down the line about as quick as anyone in the game. So now Pasquantino bats with Witt aboard. First time Kikuchi will be pitching out of the stretch here after retiring the first 10 in a row.
By the way, it's got a pretty good spice to it too.
Outstanding. Very flavorful. Swing and a miss by Pasquantino. Tell my friend Ralph to give me a nice ice cold Coca-Cola in between innings.
Yes.
Figure this all out together. No balls and a strike on Pasquantino, who struck out his first time, and that's right through the wickets of Rivero. So a wild pitch after the error puts Bobby Witt at second base.
I was going to say a quick ground ball double play would be perfect. Now you take that out of the equation. Just didn't quite keep the glove down underneath.
Get it right off that glove and went under.
We're in the midst of preseason hockey. That was the 5-hole.
1 ball, 1 strike. Chopper foul from Pasquantino. The Reds did end up losing that game in Pittsburgh in 11 innings tonight, 4-3. Huge loss for the Reds. Unable to take advantage of the Mets getting crushed by the Cubs tonight, 10-2.
Why that Arizona game is so big out in the desert against the Dodgers now.
Huge one for the Diamondbacks with the Mets losing and the Reds losing. Arizona is tied with the Dodgers 1-1. They're in the 3rd inning in the desert tonight. Arizona would tie the Mets if they win. There's strike 3 call to Pasquantino.
Firm fastball. I'm loving the use of his fastball so far tonight for Kikuchi.
What's different about it?
Well, part of it is trust. He's using the middle of the plate. Eventually, as the game progresses, he can go off the corners. He's got a lot of hitters looking slider, curveball, even changeup in that count. Instead, fastball. So he's coming in the game about 36% fastball usage. In today, it's just about 40%.
Salvador Perez fouls one off.
So trust in the fastball will make all his pitches better. But there's also times when you know when guys are going up there swinging at the first pitch fastball, then that's when you start dropping in that curveball and slider. Fastball and slider much better last 2 starts. More consistent.
Swing and a miss with the fastball there. It's 0-2.
See, a lot of times, Wayne, when you see guys, especially really good fastball hitters like Salvador Perez, they're sitting off speed. They're sitting breaking ball. Now, I'm not saying you can't go that when down and in off the plate. That might be effective, but the fastball there has set up a number of pitches to go to.
Back to the fastball upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a good pitch right there. Really good pitch. He almost got him to go after that one.
Salvador Perez now at the 2nd most RBIs in Royals history after he drove in a run last night. He's knocked in 97 this year, but not this time. He strikes out on the fastball.
Some cheese by him.
Kikuchi has been sharp so far tonight. It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks.
There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight.
The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues.
Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
There's a shot.
This is really becoming ridiculous.
3-home run day for Aaron Judge.
Bronx Bombers are back.
Judge cracks one.
Incredible.
The show rolls on for Aaron Judge.
This is a generational player.
He's a special talent.
He's going to go down as the greatest Yankee of all time.
Did he do it?
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
And here's tonight's Sunday key for the game tonight, no doubt. Simple kind of life. This is a simple approach at the plate for the Halos. Swinging the bat so far, so good. Couple runs scored. Home run by Taylor Ward, a double and a single by Christian Moore. Just putting the ball in play, making some contact. Only one punch out so far tonight. Just simplifying the approach at the plate.
Well, that home run by Taylor Ward, the first homer Kolek has given up as a member of the Royals in 30 innings of work. Only the 9th he's allowed all year in 109 innings, so he's tough to square up. Taylor Ward with his 36th homer tied Adele for the team lead. The Royals haven't done anything with Kikuchi so far. As Moore swings through that, it's 1-2.
Really a lot of trust in his fastball. Over 40% fastball usage by Kikuchi. It's been big. Now we'll have those other secondary pitches as the game progresses.
Kikuchi trying to finish on a good note. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a check swing for strike 3 as Moore goes down on strikes. That's the second punch out for Kolek. I thought you were going to change your Hyundai key to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme. We heard that between innings.
I know.
Felt like I was in the off season already.
Yes.
Not that I just play that for myself every
well,
day.
I think you probably do.
Yeah, it'd be par for the course.
Yes.
Get myself geared up for the day of doing very little in the off season by playing that song.
Yeah, you should. You'll be the happiest place on the planet that way. In your own mind.
Oswald Peraza bats here with 1 out. Drove in a run with a ground ball his last time, and he loops this one into right field. Inside out swing and a single for Peraza.
Going back to that, just simplifying that approach, making some contact, going the other way. Now a stolen base threat. 8 for 8 so far this season.
He challenges the Reds combination or the Royals combination of Kolek and Maile. Throw to first with Rivero at the plate here, although you certainly get a Reds flavor with Maile behind the plate. He pitched for Cincinnati, or caught for them. And India at second base. He was a rookie of the year for the Reds. Traded in the offseason for Brady Singer. He's had a nice year in Cincinnati.
He's been successful against Maile, 6 of 7.
The ball's on a strike on Rivero. And when he's fouled at home plate, it's 0-2. Rivero was in the Royals organization for a lot of his minor league career. It was the team that signed him originally, and he spent several years with Kansas City, getting some big league time in 2021 and 22 before they let him go, and he was with the White Sox and the Braves before landing in the Angels organization.
A bigger lead for Peraza now.
There he goes. Throw to second by Maile. It's on target, but too late. Stolen base for Peraza.
9 for 9 now. It's a good jump. Real good jump. Really with a real solid throw. It was all about the jump. With that hand in before the tag.
Peraza dancing around second base now as Rivero, it's a bouncer, and Kolek snagged it, throws it into center field. Peraza rounds third and heads home. Tolbert's throw to the plate, off the mark. The Angels grab a run as Oswald Peraza sprints around the bases.
And a lot of pressure put on the Halos by the Royals last night defensively, trying to take the extra base. We're seeing that here, stolen base. Peraza's going, and he didn't really look back. You want to make sure you stop the runner as a pitcher and work him back to the base. Even if he throws that one cleanly to second base, I think Peraza's going to get there anyhow.
So the Angels now lead at 3-0. Well, that was suboptimal for Kolek as he got that one and just chucked it to center field. Rivero's at first base here with Teodosio at the plate. He squares to bunt, takes ball one. Might as well keep that pressure on this Royals defense.
Yeah, I mean, he was working out early on that one all day long as far as push bunt, drag bunt.
It's only the 60th error made by Kansas City all year. That's the third fewest in the majors. It's only their fourth since August 29th. They actually made two today.
I mean, it's all about
drop fly ball.
And they've been, and also just forcing the issue, taking the extra base. That was Rengifo too. Hustle double. You have to do those things.
Two balls and a strike now on Teodosio. Surprised they took the bunt off after the first pitch. Angels have a chance to win the season series against the Royals. They typically have. Kansas City won it last year, but that was the first time since 2017. Angels and Royals have split their first 4 games against each other this year. And Halos with a 3-0 lead now tonight. 3 balls and 1 strike on Teodosio. Foul at home plate makes it 3-2.
96-mile-an-hour fastball. You almost saw a little bit of residual effect from that throw from Kolek away into the outfield and falling behind 3-1 right after it. Let's try to shorten up and make some contact for your Teodosio here.
The Royals have not had 2 errors in a game since July 22nd.
Kikuchi just moving around, staying loose.
There's ball 4, so Kikuchi is going to have to wait a while longer as the Angels try to rally more in this inning. Teodosio draws a walk, and now it's the top of the order.
The right guy up in this spot with runners scoring position.
Brian Sweeney is the Royals pitching coach, and he'll let us take a ride with Dundee.
Charge up to 178 miles in just 15 minutes. How it should be.
Snuck in a quesadilla.
I was going to say that was nice of him to have that little break there for you.
So you think I'm not that quick, but I am.
Quick as a cat. .915 OPS with runners in scoring position, a .313 batting average for Schanuel.
Angels have scored in 3 straight innings, including this one. Now Schanuel will try to make it a multiple run inning. Angels look to enhance their lead. Navarro's at second base, Teodosio at first. Schanuel had a good cut there.
He had a good pitch to drive. A cutter was upstairs. Over the middle of the play, usually that cutter you're thinking in on the hands.
Schanuel putting the finishing touches on what's been a solid year for him. 11 home runs on the season, hitting .267. The on-base percentage is what really stands out for him at .357 entering today's play.
I bet all the home runs he has had robbed against him. He have a lot more.
Harry Carey would say just one more biscuit in the morning, and he would have had that one go over the fence. Maybe a few more biscuits for Schanuel in the offseason.
Well, he had his biscuits, and Clark brought that one way back. It's still amazing when you think he had that ball that ends up Clark went way over the wall that brought it back. Yet in the same game, he had a walk-off hit.
Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on Schanuel. Angels have had a lot of walk-offs this year. A number of walk-off wins. Schanuel's been responsible for a couple of them. Floats this one foul and out of play. Seattle's up on Colorado 5-1. That game's in the 4th inning. The Mariners, with a win tonight, will clinch the American League West. It'll be their first division title since 2001, the longest drought in the American League without a division title for any of the AL teams.
But and the way they're playing at home, they're thinking about winning out this season, even if they do clinch the division, because they have been incredible at home. They win today, looks like they are. They'll be their 50th win, 23 games over 500 at home.
And they still have a chance for the #1 seed in the American League now that Toronto has cooled off. The Blue Jays have let the Yankees back in. There's a check swing bouncer to second base. India will shovel, and there's another error. On his way to the plate, Rivero goes back to third, but the Royals make their 3rd error of the game.
Very rarely you see a Kansas City team struggle this way defensively. You see this transfer. Couldn't get the grip. Teodosio with that speed made it even tougher.
3 errors for Kansas City. And Ward fouls one off his foot. It's only the 3rd time they have made 3 errors in a game this year. They're still on pace, even with the 3 errors tonight, to make the fewest errors in a season in Royals history. That was right off the top of the foot of Ward. The ball's in a strike. Ward with a homer tonight. He has homered in back-to-back games for the first time in about 6 weeks.
I mean, left center, right center in this series so far, home runs.
It's 36 homers with 103 RBIs.
Starting to hit a few home runs at home now after 21 on the road.
Usually does even out over time, as it has for Taylor Ward, who hit a home run in his last at bat. Now has a chance to rip this game open. The Angels have a 3-0 lead with the bases loaded here and just 1 out. Instead, it's a ground ball to short. Witt has it over to second one, and the Royals turn 2 to end the inning. Angels settle for 1.
Don't know who can clean this? Thumbtack knows. Get recommendations for every kind of home project. Hire the right pro today.
Just for you, just for you, just for you, my love for you, just for you, just for you, just for you, my love for you, oh yes.
Through Hims, you can get treatment for weight loss, ED, and hair loss that's made just for you.
Off Base is in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network. Off Base is coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
He's so far today. Yusei Kikuchi showing us how it's done. With that fastball getting ground balls after ground balls. Loving the fact he's using that off-speed pitch after showing the fastball, ground ball action. Soft contact too. Hitting on top of the baseball, keeping it on the ground. Take a look at our StatCast read powered by Google Cloud. Where those pitches were on those 5 ground ball outs. Majority downstairs, 1 upstairs, and off the plate. That's where you want to see Yusei Kikuchi dominating that zone.
Randall Grichuk leads off in the 5th inning and takes a first pitch strike from Kikuchi. Angels have been able to get a run in each of the last 3 innings, giving Kikuchi some legroom here.
Pretty solid working ahead of the count too. First pitch strikes.
Very efficient, 46 pitches in 4 innings. That's not something we usually say about Kikuchi. Walks up those pitches pretty quickly, typically.
Tremendous strike to ball ratio too.
Only 3 passes this year for Kikuchi. And now the pitch count's not working, but 11 of 14 first pitch strikes to hitters tonight. You see the walks in the 1st inning, walks with 2 outs. Just all kinds of numbers there that show how Kikuchi has kind of gotten himself into these more laborious innings, these traffic jams on the bases, the longer pitch counts in a shorter amount of time. It's kind of been self-inflicted in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and it's Wayne talking even to Barry Enright today about that. He's like he has to gain confidence in his fastball. This is going to be a tough one to bring back.
And that's Teodosio at the wall, and it's gone. A home run for Grichuk, just out of the reach of Teodosio. It's the first hit for the Royals tonight, and it's the former Angel Grichuk getting Kansas City on the board.
And a lot of baseballs hit hard versus lefties for Grichuk, not only this season but throughout his career. Always got to hold your breath when you think about Teodosio. Trying to bring this one back. It was not a bad pitch. He was that close to bringing that one back. That close.
And his entire arm up over the wall. It was a great extension. As high as he could possibly go, but it just wasn't enough. Grichuk didn't know at first. Some of the Royals, depends on your angle if you can tell or not. But
yeah, he was working his way back to the dugout. He thought about it.
There's a strike on a curveball to India. India flied to left field his first time. Kind of a rough year for India. He's never really put it together since that Rookie of the Year season he had in 2021. Looked like he was going to be a pretty good player at the major league level. Former 1st-round pick, pretty high draft pick too in his own right. He just hasn't been able to make it all click since that rookie year. Lifts this one out to left center field. It's another one for Taylor Ward.
Got him out in front on that changeup. He's bounced back after the home run.
One out, and that will bring up Maley. Kikuchi has been burned by the long ball throughout his major league career. A little less so this year. 24 home runs given up. The big numbers we've seen from him in the past. Maley takes ball 1. Kikuchi's trying to get his 7th win of the year and end the season with an ERA under 4. A home run put him just over 4 now. He's at 4.01. We need a few more scoreless innings. Probably we need to go 7 tonight with just the 1 run allowed if he's going to get that ERA under 4.
Hope him see go 7, get 180 innings plus on the season too.
Angels have a chance for 3 pitchers reaching 162 innings pitched, which is the number you need to qualify statistically. The Angels have not had 3 qualified starting pitchers in over a decade. 2014. Garrett Richards, Jared Weaver, and C.J. Wilson did that. Soriano's there. Kikuchi's there. Kyle Hendricks would get there with a few innings on Friday. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Took a little off that slider. Pretty good depth to it.
Swing and a miss again. Strike 3. Maley was all confused by that one.
That was a great combo. He went slider that same plane, then he followed up with a curveball. There was a separation about 5-6 miles per hour on it. Good depth on that one too. At that point, he's just trying to, you see how far out in front he was on the separation of speed of 2 different breaking balls.
2 outs, and Kikuchi now with 6 strikeouts in this game. Kind of look like that Bugs Bunny swing you see where he's all twisted up.
Yes.
Out in front. No offense to Mickey and Goofy.
I know, they're
mentioning Bugs.
Goofy might come up and have some problem with it.
Strike to Caglione, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Way out in front on the breaking ball, and it's 1-2.
Very similar swing on that curveball.
Caglione grounded out his first time. Kikuchi has fanned 6 without a walk so far tonight. Trying to make it through the 5th inning here with a 3-1 lead.
It's a good try when you have a swing like that. The pitch before, it's worth it. He went slider, so he was very similar combo. He went slider curve. That time he went curve slider.
And Caglione got just a piece to stay alive. It seemed like the right idea there with that big slow curveball. Caglione jumping out at it, but was able to get a piece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Royals on the board in this inning with the Grichuk homer. Kansas City still with more errors than anything else on the stat line tonight. 1 run, 1 hit, and 3 errors from the Royals so far in this one. And just missed upstairs.
He's a pretty good take for a young hitter. I don't think he'll be able to hold off if he throws that breaking ball just slightly off the outside corner this time.
3-2. Just missed. Ball 4.
That could be one you could challenge and you would win.
That would have been hat touching time. I don't know if you challenge that. It's so borderline. You might not get a good look at it.
In the pregame show, we showed the one that Diaz threw in an All-Star game. You're talking about this barely touching it. Now, granted, it was the All-Star game, so you might not be the same, but it touched it as long as it touches it. It's the guy you got to get out if you're Kikuchi, though, for sure.
Caglione gets the 2-out walk. We showed you that number. The 30th 2-out walk for Kikuchi this year. That's the most in the majors. This was that pitcher referencing the All-Star game. Diaz wanted the edge there. Thought he had it on a Rosarena. There's a fly ball to left center. Should end the inning. Teodosio wants this one. He's going to have it.
Yes.
He just missed that other one earlier. Randall Grichuk's homer got the Royals on the board.
Right this second, at some girls' night somewhere, someone really wants a soda. But that same someone wants a better for you drink. You know, that doesn't taste so basic. What if there were a better soda?
Hi, I'm Allison, but they call me Mommy Poppy.
Okay, wait.
You deserve better. Drink a Poppy. No fakeness here.
Pizza?
Okay, major green flag. A soda with 5 grams of sugar? That's the real plot twist.
I always forget the pizza when they get the Poppy on top.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Row sparks, act fast, and stay active longer. They aren't pills.
Enter Jack, sliding into his morning commute. Cool, calm, collected. Easy like a Sunday, even on a Monday. Briefs to boardroom in 10, game on. Workday crushed. Confidence off the charts. And tonight, he's not chasing the vibe. He's bringing it. Jack Archer. Style that goes the distance. Slide into style now with 15% off at jackarcher.com/TV.
Join your Angels for the final post-game Saturday night fireworks show of the year. Driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers this Saturday, September 27th, angels.com/promotion. Could be a big series for the Houston Astros this week, and likely will be. The Mariners seem to have the division wrapped up. They're winning 7-1 tonight in the 4th inning, so Seattle will likely clinch the division crown tonight, which means a new AL West champion, something we haven't seen in a long time.
Yep.
In a full season, the last team to win it was the Texas Rangers. 2 balls and no strikes. That was almost a decade ago now as Moncada bats here. He drives one to right field. Sends Caglione back several steps, but he's there for the catch, 1 out. But the Astros and the Tigers are now battling for the 3rd wild card spot in the American League. And Houston would be a game behind Detroit. And I believe the Tigers have the tiebreaker there. So even with Detroit's massive struggles here, Cleveland has taken over first place improbably. The Tigers still have a chance, but that means this weekend the Angels can finish off the Astros.
Yeah, that would make Halo Nation pretty happy if that happens.
Now, this is largely an inexperienced group right now with some of the injuries, but there are some veterans still around too. I hope there is a message delivered, whether that's from Ray Montgomery or someone inside the clubhouse, to really take some pride this weekend in the opportunity to knock Houston out of the playoff picture. I mean, the Astros have made it every year since 2017 when they won the World Series. And the Tigers do have the tiebreaker over Houston there. The Tigers play the Red Sox this weekend, so they have a tough matchup at Fenway with a Boston team that is still trying to clinch a wild card spot as well.
Great guy on the mound to start it off too with Kyle Hendricks on Friday.
It would just be, I think, a nice thing for this organization, for the Angels and this current group, to finish the season knowing you took the Astros down with you on your way out.
And you start building towards a successful 26.
2 outs as Adele flies out. And to keep the Astros from celebrating on the field here and all that. I mean, Houston would clinch that last playoff spot. You know, they'll tear up the visiting clubhouse and they'll celebrate on the field here at Angel Stadium if they do it. 1-2-3 inning, quick one for Kolek.
If history has taught us anything, it's not to root against the underdog. Against impossible odds. You don't stand down. You swing first. Kalshi.
People said I didn't look like your average football player. He had more of an accountant look, but I saw the field differently. And when I started wearing Warby Parker glasses in middle school, it all just clicked. All of a sudden, he's reading playbooks on the bus. Having good vision changed my life. There was also a great mentor. I think it was the glasses. Yeah, maybe.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick. Mythical fans, real savings.
So you're going to the game, and you want to save money on tickets. You learn a trumpet, you're in the marching band. Bam, you're in.
Or we use Game Time. Zone deals literally show you the best value sections. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time.
We got our hands up in the air. My, oh my.
Lots of great baseball comment, and good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
The 6th inning here, and Yusei Kikuchi's having a meeting on the mound with Ray Montgomery and one of the trainers, Barry Enright, as well. And it looks like he might come out of this game.
Yeah, it was not real comfortable. He's shaking his wrist, hand. See that right there? It tells you there's a little tingling in there. I think, yeah, he's definitely coming out.
That'll be the end of the season for Kikuchi. He did end up getting his ERA under 4 with that last half inning, even though he gave up a run. He ends up with a 3.99 ERA in his 33 starts, and he's in line for the win here. We'll see for me, and he'll have a lot of time to get warmed up.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss, yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it, back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central.
Good morning. Love spending our day with you.
Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns.
Let your swing get you back to 50-50.
Interviews with the players.
Ball game. This is game-changing, people.
If I ever get the chance to do this, I'm never saying no.
And a little bit.
It's a scam. No one's that happy.
This is a look
of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central. Weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Angels Baseball and FanDuel Sports Network brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. By Hyundai, with a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. And by UCI Health, compassionate expert care for everyone in the region. Learn more at ucihealth.org. Angels have a 3-1 lead over the Royals, waiting for the 6th inning to begin. Yusei Kikuchi called the trainer out after he went up for his warm-up tosses before this inning began. Felt something and exited the ball game. So we'll still learn more about Kikuchi, I'm sure, afterward. And right now with Erica Weston.
Yeah, sounds like he's dealing with some cramping right now. Hot night out here, but obviously disappointed to have to exit this ball game early. Saw all of the players, starters come over, give him a hug on a job well done tonight, but he's just dealing with some cramping tonight. That was the reason for the early exit.
Yeah, you can see him just moving around his arm there too. Ended up with 178 in the 3rd innings pitched. Got an ERA under 4 now, 3.99. Hopefully the bullpen holds the lead in his 7th W of the season. Tough part of the lineup too for Fermin here.
It's the top of the order. Michael Garcia leads off the 6th inning. And Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino. Kikuchi ends up with 5 innings and only 1 hit allowed tonight. The homer by Grichuk. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
I like his fastball usage too today.
Yeah, look good, 66 pitches. Certainly ending on a high note and keeping that ERA under 4 for the season. He entered at 4.05, so he was able to push it just under 4 here at the finish line for Kikuchi. 1 ball, 1 strike on Garcia. foul behind home plate. They put on the video board. It's a story we've talked about before. Garcia from La Sabana, Venezuela. It's known as the land of the ball players. And there are 9 players from his family that have played in the major leagues. They're kind of all related in that town as far as the ball players are concerned, although there are others. But he's cousins with Ronald Acuna and Luis Angel Acuna and Alcides Escobar and Kelvin Escobar. There's a whole bunch of players that Garcia's related to from this one little town in Venezuela, La Sabana. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
It's a pretty good slider, just a little off the plate, but that's that sharp slide. A lot of times Clemente will stow his slider and will back up on the inside part of the plate to go right. That was a perfect spot.
Full count as Garcia takes ball 3. Fly ball to right as Joe Adell makes that grab. 1 out. Take a look at our Arco top tier play tonight. Luis Renifo robbed one from Michael Garcia.
Ball was hit hard too, and Garcia's used to doing that to batters at the plate. Just close your eyes and make the play. That's what Professor Chaos is saying to Renifo.
Well, that's the hot corner for you. Witt cracks one on the ground to Oswald Peraza. Have to hurry that throw, and Peraza with enough arm to retire Witt.
And on average, there's not many baseball players that get down the line as fast as Bobby Witt Jr. does.
So 2 up, 2 down, and the batter will be Pasquantino, who has a couple of strikeouts tonight.
Speaking of Professor Chaos, that was still one of the craziest moments when, you know, hits a home run with Professor Chaos bat the first game of that series against the Athletics, and they struggled a little bit in the game 3. So let me try that again, and boom, home run.
That Detroit Lions bat at first didn't work out for him. Well, something going on up there. I'm not sure. Ball 1 to Pasquantino.
I think they played all right.
Is Evan
last
okay?
time. No.
Yeah. September. They're great.
Wow.
They find their way. 2 balls, no strikes on Pasquantino.
Yeah, it seems like there's no real overly concern on that one too for Kikuchi. That's good to see.
Just cramping, something that will not preclude him from having his off season. Renifo unable to make that catch. Or might be stopping for a popcorn or something there in the front row of seats. The fan there trying to catch it with his hat. He blocked Renifo there.
Yes. I was going to say it looked like Nolan Schanuel before he decided to shave the beard.
I hope it's not one of his relatives. There's a fly ball to left center off the bat of Pasquantino. Easy inning for Fermin after being a surprise entrant. 1, 2, 3.
Nolan.
MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance, available wherever you get your podcasts.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party.
Oh my! This guy is next level.
Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
The MLB MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Right there, AM 830, all of your Angels pregame, in-game, postgame, and off-season coverage. And Mark Langston knows what to do with the camera. You have Terry Smith, Langston, Roger Lodge, he's in there somewhere, I think. Trent Rush, Jorge. There's Tim Salmon hanging out.
Get ready for the postgame show on TV. It's perfect.
You can listen on Angels Radio AM 830, AM830.net, or on the Angels Radio app. You know, the Sports Lodge gets to really spread out in the offseason.
Yes.
Christian Moore leads off in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 strike count as Kolek throws one to the backside. Do they get Terry Smith on the radio in the offseason too? You just listen to Terry every day?
Yeah, I try to. Or I'll text him every day just to make sure everything's all right out in Zona.
1-1 strike on Moore. That's your guy, fellow Philadelphian.
Yes. Known him since about birth. Pretty much. Yes.
That is really hard to understand how that happened.
Him and my brother went to school together. My older brother. T. Swizzle in the house.
I heard that they named the radio station 830 as Moore lines went to right for a base hit because it was 8:30 BC when Terry Smith got those, where they got those headsets from. Wow. You think? Look at those earphones on Terry Smith.
Yes. The legend.
That is old school.
Yes, he is.
Leadoff man on with Moore here getting his 2nd hit today. Peraza's the batter now.
Another good swing though for Christian Moore. Shot the other way. That was 110 miles per hour off the bat. 110.
I feel like he's going to really figure it out at the major league level. He's got the batting average up over 200 now.
I agree, Wayne, on that. Especially the way he swings. He's in more control as far as the strike zone.
He'll have an off season ahead here. He'll have the experience he's built up this year. We'll expect to see Christian Moore enter spring training ready to be the everyday second baseman next season.
See that how he's hit the ball well. He's showing a lot more pull power, but he's hitting a lot of those shots the other way. Quite a bit in August, September, staying on the baseball. Early in the count, he'll try to pull it. Late in the count, driving it that way. He thought about going there, too.
1-1 strike. Peraza's at the plate now. He stole a base earlier on this combo of Kolek and Maley. Moore has plenty of speed to do the same. He has a couple of stolen bases now at the big league level. A nice lead, but Kolek chases him back.
Looks like you're going to do your read, Kolek and Kolek.
Stephen Kolek in his 5th start as a Royal after being traded from San Diego.
Doing a good job of holding that baseball all the way down to the 1 second left in the pitch clock.
It's a bouncer toward Witt, flipped to second for one, and India turns it for the double play. Second time the Angels have hit into one tonight. 2 outs in the inning.
Kolek is a ground ball machine. He's got a couple of those ground ball double plays to help him out from being in a tougher situation. Nine outs via ground ball today.
Kolek had not had a double play turned behind him as a Royal until tonight, but he's in the top 10 in the majors this year. He's only made 19 starts, but he's had 19 double plays now turned behind him. That's Soriano-like. Jose Soriano will finish as the major league leader in that category by a big margin, 30 of them.
Just a great season for Soriano overall. I mean, he'll figure out that to avoid some of those big innings, crooked numbers in certain innings. But when he's on his game, there's no one better in the game. I mean, those 10 wins, those numbers in his 10 wins were all off the charts.
Be huge for the Angels if he could take that big step forward next year. There's a little squibbing ground ball to Pasquantino as that ends the 6th.
A star is born. Talking about Jackson Churio.
Churio flips the scoreboard with a 4-pointer. It's coming into his own right before our eyes.
That truly believe in the presence and the person that Jackson Churio is.
You have to love the versatility he brings. He can play left field, he can play right field.
Youngest player in MLB history to record 20-plus homers, 20-plus stolen bases.
This is the first Brewer that had 2 home runs in a postseason game.
Jackson Churio! Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Angels Baseball and FanDuel Sports Network brought to you by Spectrum. Get Spectrum Internet, mobile, and TV. Visit Spectrum.com for details. By Jack in the Box, the mastermind behind the Monster Churro, Monster Mozzarella Stick, and Monster Tacos. Got to be careful down there when that Gatorade's coming.
Yes.
And by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to healthier you at angels.ocnavigator.org. America's dry cleaning bill off the charts after that experience with Schanuel earlier this year. There's Chase Silseth in the game. He's looked good since coming back as a reliever.
His fastball has been touching 95, 96. Split a really good sweeper. Solid. Good bite to it.
Certainly could be and probably would be considered for a bullpen role next year based on what he's done here over the last few weeks. Salvador Perez leads off the 7th inning. Angels have a 2-run lead to work with here. Only 1 hit for Kansas City. Randall Grichuk's homer just out of the reach. Bryce Teodosio.
0-2 on Perez.
Back-to-back 95-mile-an-hour fastballs from Silseth. That's possible time for that sweeper.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty pitch there. That fastball really ran away.
It was perfect sequence after he threw a sweeper off the plate. It was a firm 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Gets it by a very good fastball hitter, Salvador Perez.
Mike Yastrzemski is the pinch hitter as he looks at a strike.
Yeah, Gritchy hit a home run and grabs a bench.
Well, as you said, he's really up there as a guy that is going after left-handed pitching. The righty in the game now. Mac Quattraro, the manager of the Royals, has made the move to the lefty. Yastrzemski cuts through that, and it's 0-2.
He has that splitter he uses a little bit more so to left-handed batters compared to righties. Back-to-back batters ahead 0-2.
Ball hit Yastrzemski in the foot. It was a back foot slider, and it was taken quite literally by Silseth.
Yeah, just got around that one a little bit harder on that one, right on that back foot.
So hit by pitch, and Yastrzemski really limping around after.
I mean, that got him square on the foot.
These cleats don't offer a ton of support as far as being able to block any sort of possible pain when the ball hits you like that. So Yastrzemski really feeling it, trying to get some feeling back in that foot. So he's going to try to run here and take his base after the hit by pitch to bring up India. We'll have our Spectrum 7th inning stretch once this half inning is over. So when you see India come up, you think about the double play ball. He's hitting 9 double plays this year. Guy who hits a lot of ground balls and doesn't have all that good a speed.
He's got to shake that one off if you're Silseth.
The A's have now opened up a 4-0 lead on Houston. That game's in the 5th inning.
Unbelievable what's going on with Houston. As much as we talk a lot about what's happening with the Tigers, same thing with the Astros.
Astros will play one more in Sacramento before they make their way here for the final 3 games. And there'll be a game behind the Tigers, and again, Detroit has the tiebreaker over Houston, so the Astros will be in serious need of winning at least, you'd figure, 3 out of their final 4, if not all 4.
That still might not even be enough.
Ground ball. Silseth had it in front of him. Has to go get it. Off balance throw for the out.
Good recovery on that one too. It's one of those ones too. We talk about it a lot. Know where your second baseman or shortstop is. It's your normal reaction to try to make that play. But where Christian Moore is at, that's going to be a routine double play ball if you let that one go. But still good recovery on it to get that out at first base. Pretty athletic play. See where Christian Moore is? You can't put a baseball any better for him there.
Royals will go back to their bench for another left-handed bat. Carter Jensen will be the hitter in place of Luke Mailey. Jensen with some power. He'll represent the tying run. Well, we'll find out what to grab on the way home from Jack in the Box.
By Monster Munchies, monster-sized flavor at the fun-sized price of $3 each.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Jensen does have a couple of homers so far at the beginning of his major league career. He has 11 RBIs in his first 15 major league games. Did quite well for himself offensively.
He
takes
swings
ball one
really hard.
Kansas City native, and he put together some good numbers in the minor leagues as well. It's the choice here off the bench for the Royals.
Good splitter there. Real good splitter. Now you've established you could throw for a strike, then you get chases now. Paints a corner.
1-2 the count. Into the Royals radio booth, I believe. Or did that get into the Angels Spanish language radio booth?
I think that did.
Marco Peralta got it.
Yes,
what a
got
play.
it.
Web jam.
Not quite the pen breaker.
No. Look at this one pin. It's got no.
That looks good.
It still works though.
Yeah. I should be able to use that one. I can't read what I write anyhow, so it'll be perfect.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Jensen.
See if he can go a little bit further off the plate, get a chase.
Said it's a line drive through for a base hit. Heading home is Yastrzemski. Jensen, a pinch hit RBI, makes it a 1-run game. It's 3-2.
Yeah, got that one upstairs. That was hit hard too.
So the hit by pitch comes home against Silseth. And now Barry Enright goes to the mound. With Caglione due up, a lot of power for Caglione.
I think part of the reason why Barry Enright going out there just to calm him down. He was upset that pitch was upstairs like it was.
Dodgers have a 3-1 lead in Arizona tonight. Diamondbacks need a win to take on the third wild card spot in the National League, with the Mets and the Reds both losing tonight. Dodgers brought Roki Sasaki back off the injured list. He might pitch out of the bullpen in that game tonight behind Blake Snell.
That's been an issue. Their bullpen has really been an issue.
Oh, huge issue for them, especially in the month of September. Caglione stands in here with Jensen at first. 2 outs. Silseth missing with that first pitch fastball. Caglione has not shown what he can really do at the major league level yet, but he does have 7 home runs. Swings and misses here. 1 ball, 1 strike. In college, he was a masher. He had 33 home runs 2 years ago and 35 last year at the University of Florida. He was quick through the minor leagues this year. He had 337 with 20 home runs in just 66 games. 72 RBIs. That was a Double-A and Triple-A this year. So there was no need for him to be in the minor leagues, but it's such a big adjustment to get to the major leagues now. Ball hit sharply, diving stop by Moore, and one first-round pick from last year throws out another.
Oh, nice play there. I remember earlier had a tough play, but that was tremendous defensive play by Christian Moore.
Excellent play by Christian Moore. We'll have our Spectrum 7th inning stretch here in a moment.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party.
Oh my! This guy is next level. Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
This is the show that never ends.
Our Spectrum 7th inning stretch here at Angel Stadium tonight. We'll take you to Philly. Kyle Schwarber delivered a couple of Schwar bombs tonight. 56 as he leads the National League. He's 2 away from the Phillies' record 58 set by Ryan Howard. Philadelphia walloped Miami today. They clinch a first-round bye with their victory against the Marlins tonight. In New York, it was Aaron Judge clubbing his 50th and 51st home runs, his 4th 50-homer season. The Yankees knocked off the White Sox, and another blowout there. The Yankees and Blue Jays now tied for first in the AL East. And Cal Raleigh did it again, his 59th home run. 3 players with 50-plus homers on the same day, all hitting home runs. Only the 3rd time that's ever happened.
Where that baseball landed, too. That was the 3rd deck.
I don't know if it did land. That was an unbelievable shot. Raleigh with a real chance at 60 homers, even to maybe even get to Judge's American League record.
I mean, all those home runs, 3 different guys with 50 home run seasons. You know, a Schwarbaum, and you got Judge, and now Cal Raleigh. Wow. It's a power.
Well, if Shohei hits a home run tonight, it'll be the first time that 4 players with 50 or more homers in a season have homered on the same day. So see if that happens. But the record has been tied by Schwarber, Judge, and Raleigh tonight. Well, the focus now in Seattle is clinching the American League West, which they will do by the end of the night. They've got a big lead on Colorado tonight, 7-1. They're in the bottom of the 7th, so they're 6 outs away from their first division title in 24 years.
All right, what a play by Christian Moore.
As Teodosio is showing bunt against new pitcher Jonathan Bolin. Takes over for Kolek. Carter Jensen stays in. He's behind the plate. Yastrzemski now in left field. Only imagine the buzz in Seattle tonight as they close in on their division championship.
Look at that. They celebrated making the playoffs yesterday. A chance to celebrate winning the division today.
They'll really go off, I think, tonight. As Christian Moore makes this excellent play to retire the last.
That range into the outfield grass. What a play that was. Just got it in that glove and quickly up.
And it makes you think about what this place will be like when what's become a long postseason drought finally ends.
Got to make that happen. It's got to happen for this fan base here.
Yeah.
Drawing rate real soon be over 2.5 million.
Should get by that, I think, tomorrow. Teodosio strikes out, but you just feel that anticipation. When it's been a long time, it makes it bubble up even more. You know, it's one thing for the Yankees to clinch a playoff spot. They do it every year. But when it's been a while between a division title or a postseason appearance, you really blast off with the celebration. You feel like this place would really have an incredible buzz about a postseason spot clinched once it does happen and that drought does end. Nolan Schanuel at the plate here. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
Oh, another good arm out of the bullpen for the Royals. 94-98. Curveball, slider, changeup. Quite a few changeups he'll throw to lefties. times this season, Schanuel hit a baseball 103 plus miles per hour off the bat. Pretty good count to do that again.
Ball 4, so Schanuel draws a walk. The batter will be taking Ward to a home run earlier. Angels have had 3 different players this year hit 20 or more solo homers. Ward is one of them, including his solo shot tonight. Third time in Angels history they've had 3 players with 20 or more solo shots in a year. Although Ward's found his RBIs in other ways, certainly, with 103 now for the season.
That's interesting. That first pitch for Taylor Ward was called a strike. Of all the players on the Halos this season, he's had the most balls that have been called strikes against him all season for the Angels. And it was same thing on the first pitch.
That one is a strike at the top of the zone as Ward goes down looking. And we see those called third strikes, especially against Taylor Ward. Well, he'll have a lot of fun tapping his helmet then next year.
Well, definitely not that you're going to do that. You know, you're going to pick your spots. You're not going to do that the first pitch, but that could have easily been one, and you would have won on that one.
I mean, if you know it's going to be right, if you're certain. It wouldn't be totally out of bounds to do it at any point in the at-bat, because things change so much in an at-bat. You look at the numbers, especially on a 1-1 count, right? The difference between 2-1 and 1-2 is massive.
Yes.
So you might do it in a situation.
And if you're correct, you continue to challenge.
1 ball, no strikes on Moncada. Walked and struck out tonight. Angels didn't do much of either of those against Stephen Kolek. As Moncada cracks one to the right field corner, that's a base hit. It bounces to the wall. Let's see if Schanuel can make it around. He will be held up at third as the relay throw comes into India. It's a 2-out double for Moncada, and we'll see if Joe Adell gets a chance to knock in some runs as he closes in on 100 RBIs.
Well, that was a good swing by Moncada. 111 off the bat. 13th double, go on with 12 home runs and a couple triples.
He really gets into it when he barrels one.
Yeah, when he's able to use that lower half of his body, wow, he can hit it hard.
Here is Joe Adell. He lines one foul. Adell with 96 runs batted in, trying to get to 100 before it's over. There's 4 games left after tonight. And a real good chance here with a couple of men in scoring position. Swings through the high fastball from Bolin, and it's 0-2.
Now you just shorten up for that base hit. You can drive in 2 with a base hit.
Dell's 0 for 3 tonight. He's flied out 3 times. That is in there for strike 3, right on the corner to end the inning.
Need a convenient weeknight dinner? Then it's time to think outside the box with Home Chef. With our oven-ready and express sheet pan meals, Home Chef delivers everything you need right to your door, so you can enjoy affordable meals made with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that take the hard work out of home cooking. With so many easy prep, no-mess recipes to choose from, you don't have to stress meal planning anymore. You just get to enjoy really tasty food and add more time back into your day. Get 18 free meals plus free shipping when you sign up today.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick.
Mythical fans, real savings.
So you're going to the game and you want to save money on tickets. You learn a trumpet, you're in the marching band. Bam, you're in.
Or we use Game Time. Zone deals literally show you the best value sections. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Game Time.
Now through September 28th, Sunday, is our Thank You Fans sale at the Angel Stadium Team Store. Get up to 50% off. Select jerseys, hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Visit angels.com/team store for hours. Make sure to stop by and take part in our Thank You Fans sale with up to 50% off some of your favorite Angels gear going now through September 28th.
Some tremendous Angels gear there. An old school hat, a GA jersey from the 90s, and a World Championship t-shirt underneath.
Yeah, he is spanning all generations of Angels there with the California Angels hat, the Wings jersey, and the Anaheim Angels winning the World Series in 2002. Frazier bounces one foul pass first, batting for Tyler Tolbert here in the 9th inning. Those 2002 Angels had a left-handed swinging second baseman named Adam themselves, right?
Yes, they did.
Adam Kennedy. And a big finish in the ALCS. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Luis Garcia takes over on the mound. He's been really good lately. 1.67 ERA since the beginning of July.
I would say Frazier really good on elevated pitches. You got to make sure you keep the ball down. See that swing on that elevated pitch.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Angels could be setting up a save chance for Kenley Jansen here with a 1-run lead. Garcia's got to put him at 0 first.
Quite a while, Kenley.
He can go to Colorado, pitch that 1 inning against the Brewers, and the Angels only had 1 win on the road trip, so haven't been many save chances lately. Maybe one tonight. 3-2 on Frazier. And he got the good part of the order next. Garcia, then Witt, then Pasquantino. As Luis Garcia tries to keep the Angels in front here. Only 2 hits for the Royals in this game, but they've both driven in runs. And Frazier has always been tough to strike out, battling here with a count 3-2. Somebody grabbed one up there. Three balls, 2 strikes on Frazier. ball 4.
Pretty good speed too on the bases. And a lot now this top of the order.
Necessarily expect a bunt here from Garcia. It's not totally out of the realm of possibility. In his own speed, he could put a lot of pressure on here. He swings and he pops it up. It'll get out of play.
That's rolled into quite a few double plays, though. 13 of them.
Garcia's hit 38 doubles this season. He's really put together his best offensive year. Swings over top of that sinking fastball from Garcia.
Still a lot on that too at 97. He was trying to punch that ball to the right side of the infield too, so you got to be ready if you're pushing more in. Schanuel.
The ball's 2 strikes. That's off the plate. Garcia's 5th in the American League with those 38 doubles. And he's 2nd on his own team. Bobby Witt has 44, which is tied for the American League lead with Bo Bichette, and Witt's on deck. Little roller foul. Keeps it 1 ball 2 strikes on Michael Garcia.
Not easy to strike out either. He's going to put the ball in play. He shortens up quite a bit, make contact. But which Garcia wins this battle?
Kind of a team-wide thing for these Royals. They don't strike out a lot. Toughest team to strike out. There's a check swing bouncer back to the mound, out at second and out at first. An excuse me swing turns into a double play.
That was well played by Luis Garcia. The big man stayed low and made a great play. Perfect throw. Like an infielder. When you release that baseball, you become that 5th infielder. Good scoop by Schanuel too.
Sometimes a team doesn't strike out, leaves them open for a double play ball. Royals are the toughest team in all of baseball to punch out. Garcia didn't need a punch out there. He needed a double play, and he got one. Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate, 0 for 3 tonight. He did reach on an error earlier. The Royals only have 2 hits tonight. There's a high strike, 1 ball 1 strike.
Yeah, for the most part, Will Little behind the plate has been pretty solid, though.
I wonder how that will change the umpire grading system next year. Inside out swing picked by Schanuel, and the Angels get out of the inning with the lead. Luis Garcia puts up a 0.
This tiny home trend, not for me. Now this is more like it. The same goes for my footwear. So I went hands-free with wide fit Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go without bending down or touching my shoes. Wide fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
I'll give you this brand new electric vehicle if you can prove to me you know your finances. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
Just 3.
You sure? Let's download the Rocket Money app right now and see if you're right. It's actually 21 subscriptions, which is costing you around $370 a month.
The app is telling you all this?
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place and even helps you suggest a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about the 21 subscriptions. You can cancel them right within the app. It'll even try and get you some of your money back.
Turn on baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning. Experience live baseball in a whole new way with up to 4 games on a single screen.
He is on fire.
MLB Big Inning, every game night on MLB.tv.
Angels with a 3-2 lead going into the bottom of the 8th inning. Luis Rengifo leads it off. Will be followed by Moore and then Peraza as the Angels try to tack on a run or two. We can make it a little bit more comfortable for Kenley Jansen, who would get a save chance in the top of the 9th inning. Rengifo looks at ball 1. Getting back to what I mentioned briefly there at the end of the last half inning. You know, will the umpires' grades change based on the challenges that are held up against them? You know, will the umpire who has the most overturned calls be in some sort of penalty system, or will he be kind of held back from postseason games and things of that nature? Seems like it would be easier to kind of make those details more known if you're going to see umpires get graded kind of publicly by the replay challenge system.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be tougher for him because now you're going to be able to see that at the ballpark, for fans to be able to see that.
1 ball 2 strikes. I wonder if there will be any kind of reward system too for the umpires who have the least number of challenges upheld against them.
Rengifo got it going today with that hustle double back in the 2nd inning, trying to get on base again. He made a nice defensive play also at third base.
1 ball 2 strikes on Rengifo. Angels with a 3-2 lead, trying to even up this series at a game apiece. Final game will be tomorrow night. Mitch Ferris, who made his major league debut against the Royals in Kansas City, will face Michael Lorenzen, the former Angel, tomorrow. And the Anaheim native on top of that, Lorenzen. And it's the Astros in town for 3 big ones for Houston, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Hopefully they continue to struggle to score runs. They're not scoring again tonight up in Sacramento.
Yeah, they're 4-0 against the A's, so the Astros would be a game out, really 2 back, because they don't have the tiebreaker against Detroit. They don't have a tiebreaker against anybody, actually. None of the teams ahead of them would Houston have a tiebreaker over.
Remember early in the season they struggled, then they got hot. We were thinking they were the best team at one point going, and then Hader got hurt.
Yeah. Framber Valdez has been terrible for the last 2 or 3 months.
Alvarez banged up on that play at the plate.
The injuries definitely caught up to them as the season went along. This one popped up and caught by Garcia. It'll be interesting how the Astros, what kind of position. I mean, it's possible as we see Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator afterward. It's possible the Angels don't even need to knock them out because the Astros will need some help between now and Sunday. Let's see if the Angels can deliver the knockout blow.
That's great right there. How perfect is that? Kyle Hendricks talking pitching with Sam Aldegari. That is the professor at his best. Showing how to pull down on the changeup to have depth, and also showing how to be able to cut the changeup to have that cut type action in the fade changeups working.
Swing and a miss by Christian Moore. Part of the value of having Kyle Hendricks around this year has been that for the younger pitchers. Good to see one of them in Aldegari too, taking advantage of Hendricks' expertise.
Sometimes you learn so much more from one of your teammates, just because you're so used to when a coach is telling you to give you all the information, and it's great stuff. But when a teammate, a guy that's done it, been there, been some big games, talks to you, you listen and you learn that much better.
1 ball 2 strikes. Never mattered to you if it was a lefty? In this case, Aldegari's a lefty, and he's learning from the right-hander.
No, I mean, I learned a lot from the late Paul Splittorff. Learned a lot from Dennis Leonard when I was a kid. Larry Gora, same thing. They were 2 lefties and 1 righty.
Wave and a miss by Moore. He's had a couple of hits tonight. Also struck out twice. 2 down as Peraza will bat. Cal Raleigh has just hit his 60th home run for the Seattle Mariners.
I think they might be celebrating a little bit tonight up in Seattle.
I would say so. How could he not be the MVP now? 60 home runs.
That might help out. Not even more so.
As a catcher.
60. I can imagine there was a scramble for that baseball up in Seattle.
That is an unbelievable moment.
60 home runs as a catcher. Can't wait to read a tweet from Johnny Bench somehow tonight about that. He's been a big fan of Cal Raleigh. This is what he has done.
60 home runs for Raleigh. 2 balls and a strike on Peraza. And just not many players who've done it. Well, Babe Ruth and Roger Maris were the only 2 for about 70 years. Till the home run chase of 1998. And Barry Bonds got there. Aaron Judge has done it recently. And now Raleigh. Just the 4th player in American League history to do it. Angels will try to hold a 1-run lead in the 9th.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for 75% off installation plus $200 off your purchase. LeafGuard, get it today. Protected for life.
The MLB Network podcast is here. Join your favorite on-air personalities for unique perspectives, in-depth interviews, and untold stories from on and off the field. The MLB Network podcast, presented by New Balance, Sundays at 11:30 Eastern. Step up to the plate and get ready to play ball. The baseball show for kids where you can learn about batting, fielding, and everything in between from the real pros. Every swing is a big hit on Play Ball. Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern on MLB Network.
And hit for a chance at a W here and win a series against Kansas City this year.
Angels have hit just enough to have a 3-2 lead in the 9th inning tonight. Meanwhile, in Seattle, as they are about to win the division, Cal Raleigh trying to win the MVP on top of it. His 60th home run. Part of a 2-homer night for Raleigh. And just a ridiculous season for Cal Raleigh. He has to be the MVP of the American League. How could he not be?
That's scramble for that baseball. Yeah, that's a 60th home run and an MVP.
60 homers. Schwarber's at 56. He has a shot at 60 this weekend, too, with 4 games to play. And Shohei and Aaron Judge, who could be MVPs in their leagues once again. Shohei trying to win his 4th MVP. The enormous production from Schwarber, 56 homers and 132 RBIs. Not sure it'll be enough, especially with how well Shohei's been pitching. Keep Shohei from his 4th MVP, but for Judge, trying to win his 3rd. We'll see. Pasquantino couldn't hold up there at 0-2.
Yeah, I think those last 2 starts by Shohei cemented that MVP with a no-hitter through 5 and then 6 shutout innings yesterday.
One of a handful of players in any sport in North American sports to win 4 MVPs in a 5-year span. 0-2 on Pasquantino. The list is LeBron, Bill Russell, Gretzky. I think Barry Bonds did it, and Shohei. That'll be it. No balls, 2 strikes on Pasquantino. Perez and Yastrzemski also due up in this 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ball in the dirt, but Rivera will get it to first for the out.
What a great slider that was after some cutters upstairs. Had some bite to it. After trying to catch up that cutter upstairs.
Jansen is looking for his first save in 2 weeks It would be the 475th of his major league career. Angels have only had one win in the last 2 weeks, part of why Jansen hasn't had a save. He wasn't on the Colorado trip, but he's going to have to get 2 quick outs here as Perez bounces out.
These two will be in Cooperstown at some point together.
Angels trying to go up 3-2 on the Royals for the season series. They'll play one more here tomorrow. And the last 3, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, are against Houston. 2 outs with Yastrzemski at the plate. And fouls it off. Jansen has 27 saves and 28 tries this year, and he's allowed 4 earned runs in his last 34 games. He has been outstanding. Two on Yastrzemski.
That high cutter.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Say goodnight to the Royals. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Kenley Jansen's 475th career save, and the Angels beat Kansas City tonight 3-2.
Firm one, cutter upstairs at 95. Taylor Ward with the home run, providing that offense today. His 36th home run, tying Joe Adell for the team lead with that. That's some gas.
Well, pitch game for the Angels. Kansas City only managed 2 hits tonight. It started with Yusei Kikuchi.
Yeah, Kikuchi was really good. I love the fastball usage for him today. Really, really solid bullpen. Did a nice job, and Kenley getting the save.
Taylor Ward hit his 36th home run of the season as part of this one tonight.
Just crushed that breaking ball upstairs. Equally hit fastballs, homers on fastballs, and breaking balls this season.
Is our Toyota player of the game, and he's standing by with Erica Weston.
Taylor, you hit your 36th home run of the season. As each one gets tacked on to your total for the season, what is the importance of that for you?
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it matters. I'm just trying to finish strong and win these last games, pretty much.
Yeah, I know you talked about finishing strong. As your season does sort of go in peaks and valleys, how do you feel about ending this part of the season, swinging the bat well?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to keep it rolling, and I think finishing strong now, you start next year looking good. So yeah, I just want to keep it rolling right now.
What do you think of some of the growth we've seen from some of the players? Christian Moore had a nice game tonight. We're getting an opportunity to see some of these younger guys the last handful of games. What are they showing you?
Oh, it's been awesome. Whenever you're gonna have growth up here, I think that's just the best thing that you can do. And seeing these young guys do their thing like they are, and it's pretty exciting. And I think the future of Angels baseball is pretty bright.
What do you guys want to accomplish as you look towards the last handful of games? What do you want to get out of the last stretch of games here at home?
I think for us is at this point playing spoiler. Hopefully beat these guys tomorrow and then roll into Houston and beat them and spoil their postseason.
I think the fans love to hear that. We look forward to this weekend. Thank you for the time.
Of course, thank you.
All right, guys.
That certainly could happen. And
I like that. They're already thinking about that. Yeah. They're thinking about it. I love it.
Angels win it tonight 3-2. They'll have a chance to win this series tomorrow. We'll be back to wrap it up.
Coming in a brand new format. Join Lauren Gardner and Xavier Scruggs as they explore all the baseball buzz across social media, pop culture, and around the majors. The Off Base Podcast, all season long, only on MLB Network.
There's certain players in every lineup that make the lineup go. Speed, power, he is a difference maker.
Ketel Marte, he's done it one more.
second baseman in the game. That's Ketel Marte.
There goes Corbin. Just incredible speed.
He wants to bury people. He just doesn't want to beat you. He wants to drive you into the ground.
They're tearing the cover off the ball.
We play to win. We've played that way all year. I guess this is just another example of that. We know what's in that locker room. We know the heart we have.
We missed you. Come on inside.
One of the more rare feats in the history of baseball.
He's going to be a perennial all-star, MVP frontrunner.
It's a unique athlete, a unique talent.
We got our hands up in the air, 'cause it's a party. We having fun here, 'cause it's a party.
Oh my! This guy is next level.
Oh my goodness!
Lots of great baseball coming, and good guess, by the way.
Play baseball like I'm still a young kid, like a little teenager.
Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable.
What a moment! This is the show that never ends.
Angels take care of the Royals tonight. A well-pitched game, 3-2, as the Halos will have a chance to win this series and win the season series against Kansas City tomorrow night. Finale of this three-game set with our coverage beginning at 6 o'clock. Coming up next, Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator with Patrick O'Neill and Tim Salmon. For Gooby and Erica and our entire crew, I'm Wayne Randazzo saying good night.
Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. Three hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network. Some moments are too big to miss.
Did he do it? He did! 4 home runs for Kurtz!
Another 103-mile-an-hour heater. Cal Raleigh, when will we stop being amazed?
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays from around the league as they happen.
What a play! Oh, my goodness!
Plus, highlights and reactions from the moments that matter most.
We just got to keep doing what we're doing and go out there and play our baseball.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
Did he do it? Oh, my goodness! What a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network. Catch up on all the baseball action with a triple play. Kevin Millar, Ryan Dempster, and Sierra Santos. Three hosts joined by baseball's biggest stars for the best interview in baseball. Intentional Talk. Weekdays only on MLB Network.
This is our Angels Live postgame presented by OC Navigator. There is Yusei Kikuchi in his career-high 33rd start. He goes 5, left with some forearm cramping, but still picks up the W. He's 7-11, and he drops his ERA to 3.99 on the season. Taylor Ward, he ties Joe Adell for the home run lead. This guy's been on an absolute heater Great stuff from Taylor Ward. Career year, without a doubt, the Angels with a victory. And Kenley Jansen comes in and gets the save. His 28th, he threw 8 pitches, all strikes, and he just mows them down. Tim Salmon on Patrick O'Neill. What do you have to say about Kenley Jansen and how, at this stage of his career, he makes it look easy and so effective?
Well, he got a nice little reprieve there, not having to pitch in Colorado or whatever, and, you know, it looked like it. I mean, he had some good stuff working, and, you know, at this stage of his career, you know, with everything this team's gone through, to see him go out there and have the success he's had, I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. I mean, this team has not always been in the best positions and, you know, kept him out of the, you know, consistently getting out there as much as he'd like, but he's done a great job with it.
That was real special. 28 saves out of 29 chances. Really, really good. I want to ask you, Tim, about Yusei Kikuchi. He goes 5. I mentioned the ERA now sub-4 for the second time in his career. In his 33rd start, which is a career high. He's not good. This is not a season that you know, he's going to look back on and go, this is like my best season. But he went out there, took the ball every single time.
I think that's the key right there. He took the ball. And when you look at this Angel pitching staff for the last 5 years, I mean, it's always been just, you know, how many guys are, you know, going to be on that staff that can go out there and do that every day, and it's not very many. But he did do it this year. He's fantastic job going out there taking it. Tonight's game was phenomenal from the standpoint of he threw strikes. I mean, his fastball, every pitch he threw, he was throwing strikes with it. Early in the game, he got a lot of contact early outs without having to throw a whole lot of pitches. It's kind of unfortunate right there to see him have to come out right there in that situation because he just was having a fantastic game. Like I said, throwing a lot of strikes. That fastball strike percentage was way up there. We haven't seen that all year long. And again, that's been kind of the issue with him all year long is getting behind, you know, throwing a lot of pitches, you know, having a lot of walks. Didn't have that situation tonight. And of course, when you're throwing strikes like that, the hitters are going to be aggressive. And he got some quick outs early in those first couple innings, and I think that really carried him through really those struggling innings for him, which are early in the game, and allowed him to settle in. And like I said, everything else was, you know, slider and curveball is always, you know, it's always there for him, but the fastball was the difference maker today.
Last start of the season, 33rd, leads the majors. You look to build on the next season, right? It was a 3-year deal that he signed. So really proud of the stuff we saw from Yusei Kikuchi to finish out the season strong and pick up the W. Taylor Ward, he's going into an arbitration year again. I mean, this is a guy that you think that maybe the Angels might want to extend with the numbers that he has been able to put up. This is pretty special. Not many left fielders have put up these type of numbers in Angels history.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job. And like you said, I mean, he's maybe arbitration eligible. That's going to make it very pricey to keep him. And I tell you what, you have a hot commodity right now. You know, there's probably a lot of teams out there that would love that. And, you know, I think that's always the question. Do you lock him up and sign him to a long-term deal? Do you do something like that? Or do you maybe go out there and see what you can get? I mean, you know, the price tag's never been higher for him. But he had a great game today. A great job of hitting right there. 0-1 slider. Again, staying within himself. I mean, I really appreciate the fact, you know, the growth he's shown over the course of the year, just staying within his zone. I mean, you saw him strike out his next at-bat looking, and he was just pretty much saying, hey, I'm hunting my zone. If it's not there, I'm not going to swing. And he ended up taking a fastball up in the zone. But at the end of the day, the consistency all year long has come from the fact that he's been so disciplined in the zone and really not chasing a whole lot out of the zone throughout the year.
Homegrown Angel that is really coming into his own right now as one of the game's most feared hitters. Let's face it, you get to 36 and over 100 ribbies, you're getting the job done, and it doesn't look like he's finished yet with 4 games remaining. You don't win games like this, Fish, right, without good defense and great pitching, and the Angels certainly got that on the defensive end.
They sure did. I mean, it was nice to see the Angels defense really coming up big tonight. Luis Reynoso, that ball was hit hard at him. The defense really stepped it up tonight, and, you know, you can't say as much on the other side. Kansas City had some blunders early in the game, but, you know, it was nice to see. Yeah, look at that right there. Close your eyes. And then, of course, yeah, right here, I mean, Christian Ward, nice diving play over there in the, you know, corner, in the 4-hole right there. And then, of course, this is a big one. This is a big play. After a leadoff walk, he's able to get the ball back to him and turn the double play. You know, that was a point in the game. They had a 1-run lead, you know, in the 7th inning. you know, you lead off, you come in, you lead off walk. I mean, you know what they always say about lead off walks? They typically come around to score, but that double play got the Angels out of that.
But the defensive play by Luis Rengifo, where he was when he caught the ball, I wouldn't be able to get up from that position.
Yeah.
I would be staying down there, and that would be a base hit. I wouldn't make the play regardless, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so I want to remind everybody, a victory means we get to be generous. We get to be givers when it comes to victories for the Angels. You get free McDonald's French fries. That's right. Enjoy the sweet taste of victory and fries after every Angels win. And it's only on the app at participating McDonald's. So a nice victory for the Angels. That is certainly nice to see with the final 4 of the season coming up. We'll be right back.
Visit Angels.
Your day in baseball starts with MLB Central. Lead off your morning with in-depth breakdowns, interviews with the players, and a little bit of everything else. The baseball day begins with MLB Central, weekdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on MLB Network.
Turn on MLB Tonight's national pregame show live at 5 as Greg, Harold, and Dan preview all the night's matchups.
You know the top 3 are getting theirs.
Yeah. Understanding what I do well, and it's use the whole field.
MLB Tonight's national pregame show, weekdays on MLB Network.
It's a great night for baseball.
This matchup features some of the best talent in the game. A lot of power, a lot of marquee names.
Here we go. Buckle up, folks. There's a guy who wants to be in the spotlight. The bats have come alive.
A showstopper.
We're just playing Powerball.
This place doesn't know what hit him.
These teams are entertaining, are they not?
The show continues. Experience game-to-game coverage of the night's biggest moments, live and commercial-free. MLB Network Strike Zone, Wednesday and Friday nights all season.
Did he do it?
Oh my goodness, what a play!
An absolute beast unleashed.
You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Spot that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing and never miss it back. Enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Angels Live Postgame is presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnav.org. I kept Goofy, Donald, and Mickey in suspense, like, show me the photos, and I couldn't find them. It's just ridiculous. All right, you guys got me. Wish I could take that moment back. Here with Tim Salmon. We're going to go around baseball right now. So the leaders, the home run leaders, they all went double, right? They went double. They hit 2 home runs. We're talking about Schwarber, Aaron Judge, and Cal Raleigh. Insane. Let's start with the Philadelphia Phillies and Schwarber.
Yeah, I mean, Schwarber's having a phenomenal year. I mean, all these 3 guys are having phenomenal years, but Schwarber, I mean, it seems like every time there's a highlight reel of him, he's hitting a home run. I mean, it's just phenomenal what he can do from that leadoff spot, and just he's a masher.
What a swing.
I mean, you know, pushing Ohtani, I don't know. I mean,
yes, you do. You know he can't get the NL MVP because Shohei's now pitching.
I know.
6 shutout innings, 5 shutout innings. That tips it. Okay, but now here's the real conversation about the AL MVP. Now, Aaron Judge hit 2. The Yankees have been playing incredible baseball, and they have now caught the Toronto Blue Jays for first place in the AL East. So he goes yard twice, but then Cal Raleigh, as a catcher, goes twice to reach 60.
I just don't. I don't know how you do not give it to this guy. I mean, you will never see this production again from a catcher, especially a switch hitting catcher. You've got to give this guy the MVP just for that reason alone.
100%.
I understand Judge is amazing. The Yankees are winning because of it. It's New York and all that kind of stuff, but my goodness, you've got to pay attention to what's going on here. This is one of the best seasons of a catcher ever.
Tell that to the writers in New York, okay, Tim, because I'm not sure they're going to give it to Cal Raleigh because there's an East Coast bias, and we know that. 60 homers, and Seattle won the division for the first time since 2001.
Yeah.
I mean, that has got to come in. What a season. Incredible. Incredible. And you have 3 players hitting 2 home runs on the same day for the first time since 2001. You know, coincidentally, the last time they won the division.
This has really been an exciting last week. I mean, what we just talked about last night, even tonight again, the Guardians won again, taking it on Detroit. I mean, you know, Toronto gave it up. I mean, they're tied all of a sudden. Seattle made a push the last couple of weeks. They overtook Houston. I mean, some of the most exciting baseball we've seen in a long time.
What is the top story, in your opinion, real quick? The Guardians making 15.5 games?
Yeah, I think that's got to be Detroit. I mean, I think everybody had Detroit penciled in at the All-Star break. I mean, how could they cough that up? And I'm telling you what, it's on an epic proportion right now.
I hope Detroit still sneaks in to the wild card, because they also do not have the tiebreaker. So that's really a 2-game lead for the Guardians with 4 to play. But you want to see Skubal in the postseason, and hopefully they still get in. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Just want the Halos to be in the conversation in these late games of the season. Nonetheless, good game for Taylor Ward. Great season for Wardo as the Angels win this one 3-2.
Jameson. Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Turn on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night, live and commercial-free.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer, MLB Big Inning, presented by Nissan. Every night, all season long on MLB.tv.
Did he do it? Oh my goodness, what a play! An absolute beast unleashed. You are unbelievable.
Racking them up, all I do is win. Start that hashtag like a boss. Yeah, that's how I roll. Keep on nailing it, never miss it. Back, enjoy the show.
Relive the biggest plays from every game with Abby LeVar on Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings on MLB Network.
Kansas City's hot.
They are relentless.
And Bobby Witt Jr. is piping hot.
One big swing from the Royal superstar.
The greatest player on earth right now.
You become like a massive, massive force.
Salute indeed to El Capitan.
You have to work more. You have to sacrifice yourself more.
That's the type of baseball that wins come postseason.
Just the team that we have, just doing things one pitch at a time, one inning at a time. It's just so much fun.
Welcome back. Angels Live postgame presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Navigate to a healthier you at angels.ocnav.org. This shot, I'm not going to burst into hysterical laughter. I appreciate that. You saved me. Let's hear from Ray Montgomery after a nice tight win at the Big A.
He's good. Yeah, he just had a cramp there. So just to be super cautious. I mean, he probably won't pitch again for the rest of the year, but.
What do you take away from his final start of the year and his season overall?
Yeah, I think super positive finish there, obviously, with the way he went about it tonight. Commanded the ball, was handling the zone as good as we've seen all year. Was efficient. Who knows how far he would have gone tonight had he not gotten that little cramp. It was good.
The year for him as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, career high in starts. He gave us innings. You know, obviously took the ball. He was, you know, as good as we could have expected in terms of, you know, the presence he brought to the clubhouse and how he rubbed off on some of the younger guys. his presence is enormous, and it's gonna, a lot of times when you bring guys in that first year, there's an adaptation and getting used to everybody here. I think we'll probably even see a better version of him next year.
You get 2 straight hits from the bottom of your lineup. Great stuff there. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's big. We've talked about it ad nauseum. Anytime you're getting runs with outs, it's huge. And anytime you put the ball in play, forcing the defense to do something. And in that case, obviously, we got an errant throw and scored a run there. It's good to see. It has to happen when you're trying to manufacture runs.
Something like an MRI, Kikuchi, or
I don't think so. No, he was fine. When we just talked to him, yeah. I think it literally was just a cramp.
What have you been seeing from Taylor Ward today?
Yeah, I mean, strong finish for him too, going with the idea of taking yourself into the off season. He's done everything we can ask. He's played innings. He showed up every day. He's put, a lot of damage on the board, and he's been right in the middle of the lineup from, day one. And I still think he can continue to do this for a while. I don't think this is any indication of him slowing down at all. I mean, I think there's more in the tank, and I'm anxious to see what he does this winter to prepare and come back. And who knows? We still got 4 games left, so we'll see what he does in that time too.
So you having a longer conversation with Christian Moore in the dugout. What were you sharing with him?
Yeah, so, I mean, you guys saw it. I mean, obviously that type of thing happens. It shouldn't happen. He's never done it in his life, much with other things. And I said, you're going to experience a lot of firsts here. The biggest thing was, you have to not let that happen. But more for me, which I'd like to see from him when he bounced back on the defensive play the next inning, you can't let that happen and carry over to something else. And then unfortunately, he had a little blunder there. It's all new to him. He is taking everything in, a little bit through a fire hose at times, but he has really kept himself open to listening, because in that situation, everybody's going to talk to him. I know Mike grabbed him. They told him, hey, I've probably been there. We've done that. But they're first for him, and they're big, and they're experiential things, and he needs them.
Less chase, and how important was that for the offense? Less strikeouts for you guys?
Yeah. I mean, again, back to the theme. Anytime you can make, more contact and less swing and miss, you have to put a little bit of pressure on the defense, also on the pitcher too. And they did a decent job at times too, stretching out some ABs and lengthening pitch counts. It's nice to see.
So Montgomery and the Angels picking up a W. That W goes towards Ron Washington, who has been here the past couple of days. Great to see Wash. And so tomorrow's starter for the Halos is Mitch Ferris, won his MLB debut. We saw the note on the graphic. The Angels have a chance to finish over 500 at the Big A. They would need to win 3 of the final 4.
They would, yeah. You always talk about hitting 500, at home or whatever, but it's like, hey, with the schedule, 81 games, it's
either one or the other.
Yeah, it's 41 and 40, or whatever.
Great math by you.
Whatever the case. Mitch Ferris, I'm looking forward to watching him. I hear a lot about him and just the way he commands and goes after the hitters, and of course Michael Lorenzen on the other side.
That's right.
Former Angel, coming back home to pitch. It's always nice to watch him compete as well.
That game is tomorrow night. Once again, I'm feeling good about the Angels' chances to win this series. But the story in this one, right, was the way Yusei Kikuchi pitched. Moments ago, Erica Weston was able to catch up with Yusei, as well as his interpreter, Yusuke Oshima. Erica.
How's your forearm feeling?
前腕じゃなくて指なんですけど、ただけなんで大丈夫ですね。
Yeah, it wasn't the forearm. It's more the lower part of my finger. So yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
How do you feel about your final outing of the season?
いい形でここ、今日終われたと思いますし、最後の3試合は非常に来年につながるような形でいけたと思うので、手応えを掴んでますね。はい。
Yeah, I think I finished off on a good note today. And last 3 games especially, I think really went well, and I think I can take the positives from that, and it'll lead to good things for next year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
How do you feel about it? Okay, so a cramp in the lower part of his finger is what we found out there from Yusei and Yusuke. True gentlemen, both of them. Loved working with them all season and wish them the best. Can't wait to see them next year. Tim, final thought. You got these 2 sluggers tied at 36 homers in Adell and Ward. Let's say you were tied with, I don't know, Gloss or GA with 4 to play. Would there be money on the board? Would there be some internal competition to see who's some
internal competition? They're talking about it behind the scenes. At least in our day, they would have been. But
they're doing it.
What I liked about tonight was, we saw the Royals making the defensive miscues and the Angels capitalizing on them. And you saw the Angels making great defensive plays. And that's really been kind of the story of the Angels season. I mean, they played well enough to be in a lot of these games, but there's always been that defensive miscue or that mental mistake that has kept them from maybe getting to where they want to be. And it's nice to see tonight's game go for the Angels in that way. They played hard, they played well, and that's the difference. That's the difference maker at the major leagues. It's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes.
Yeah, and you'll get Mike Trout back in the lineup tomorrow. All in all, this was a perfect day, other than my moving traffic violation on the way. Did I tell anybody? Did I tell the story?
Hey, you still have time for one more.
Did I tell? Oh no, apparently not. I don't have any more time, but I will get home safely. I'm not going to be veering into a carpool lane violation. Wasn't even speeding. It wasn't yellow lines. It was just white lines. They were solid. They were solid white lines. Chips got me punched. Where was John when I needed him? All right, we'll see you tomorrow, Fish.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Keep it going. Good night, everybody.